In this episode, we're joined by Sosa, who is top 15 for bow wins. He is also top 50 for best bow win streak, so this conversation will be mainly about bow and a bit about the community itself, so please enjoy. So obviously your nickname is inspired by Chief Keef. Do you want to give me like a quick top 3 albums slash songs and why you like Chief Keef compared to like the other mainstream rappers?
Yeah, sure. First of all, my top three albums would probably be Back from the Dead at number one, the mixtape from like 2012. Finally Rich is in a close second, I'd say, because it's obviously like the first studio album. It has I Don't Like, Love Sosa, Hallelujah, a lot of bangers. And then somewhat of a controversial take would be that Bang Part 1 is my third favorite album, actually. I just love it because he's like still young. You can still like somewhat hear that he's really into the streets and like kind of sucked up into that gangster life, you know?
It's more
Yeah,
raw.
yeah, it's more raw. There's no like, he wasn't mainstream yet. He wasn't rich yet, so he had no reason to have like an ego at all. It was just him rapping with his homies. It was kind of just cool to listen to it for
Mhm.
sure.
It was
But
like
yeah, the
homemade
nickname,
pretty much.
yeah, it was homemade actually. I think pretty sure he just recorded all that stuff in like his room, which is just pretty fun. Um, And yeah, the nickname obviously comes from Chief Keef, and the reason I really like prefer him over any other like mainstream or like rappers or just any artist in general is I don't know the like replayability of his songs. Like, sure, I could listen to a Tupac song or I could listen to an Eminem song, but like I'm not just gonna replay that. Chief Keef songs are really just the type of songs I can just put on repeat for like an hour and just still enjoy it because you still discover new things in the because if you really start deeply listening Hallelujah, you will actually realize that it's literally the same beat the whole time. But like when you like obviously when you listen to the lyrics, you don't even realize it. But then I started listening to the beat throughout the lyrics, then I realized, oh shit, it's just literally the same thing the whole time. Like there's just new details popping up about every song all
Yep.
the time. And yeah, my love is still growing for him. I'm still discovering new music by him to this day. There's still albums I just haven't touched at all. I can't wait to just figure out more music, and I can't wait for him to drop more music as well. For sure.
And do you enjoy his latest creations?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any favorite songs from like the last few years?
Um, 123 is probably my favorite song that he's dropped recently.
Hmm. What do you actually like about Chief Keef specifically, song wise? Do you like the beats? Do you like the lyrics?
It's gotta be the beats, not necessarily to put the lyrics into like the shadows, but I think the beats is what gives it away for me because we can just be honest, there are still better like lyrical artists than Chief Keef because I don't know his lyrics sometimes just pretty bland. In some songs you could say, oh damn, this guy really has some like wordplay when it comes to writing and stuff. But it's mainly yeah the beats, the production, especially on the earlier albums, is just amazing. It's something new. It's refreshing, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a whole new style. Obviously, he kind of somewhat created that style of drill, and yeah, I love it. I really love it.
Do you have like a song or an album that you constantly go back to?
Oh yeah, I keep going back to I don't know them, Hallelujah all the time.
Yeah,
It's
good
so good,
songs, good songs.
very good songs.
And you do have controversial opinion about Back from the Dead one compared to the other Back from the Dead albums. Do you want to share it real quick?
Yeah, sure. So I do strongly believe that Back from the Dead 2 and 3 are just not as strong as its predecessor, Back from the Dead 1. It's Back from the Dead 1 is just way different. It's that era of Chief Keef that everyone loves the most, 2012 Chief Keef, early 20, maybe like late 2011 some songs, but yeah, mainly 2012. It's amazing. I'm not trying to like make Back from the Dead 2 look bad by any means. It's a great album. It has obviously Finito, the song that's breaking floors in fucking teenage houses, which was funny. Um, yeah, it has Finito, it has Cops, it has Farm, BS. It's a great song. Great
Yep.
album, I mean. And then Back from the Dead 3, I can't lie, I've listened to the songs. It's kind of dog shit. Like, there's one song, I don't know what it was. I think it's like Booty Call. It's like a very goofy name, but that's like the one song I actually have liked from that album. All the rest I've either not touched or listened to and just said, yeah, nah, this is not it. So yeah,
Hmm.
no, me personally, the younger Chief Keef will always be the better Chief Keef. But like the album he recently dropped is very good though. Yeah, no, there's just like a certain era of Chief Keef that I don't like, and it's definitely between like 2016 to 2018 besides one album, Dedication. I don't know. It's just pretty bad, honestly.
So you like the hustle vibes of the first album?
Yeah, I just like the. I don't know. It was very raw to me for sure,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
the beats were raw. It was just pretty straightforward. Someone makes a beat for him, whether it's Young Chop or whoever the fuck produced for him at the time, and he just raps over it, and he just drills over it, and he just is raw. He's raw with the lyrics. He's pretty straightforward with the lyrics. Sometimes it's pretty funny. Like we talked about some lyrics already. It was
Yeah.
yeah, some funny lines and some like lines that you remember that in some songs you can't even hear the lines. Like in like his recent songs, like I would just say, like, "What the fuck did he just say?" And I have to actually like look up the lyrics, or else I won't know what the fuck he said.
I like Lil Boney.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
crazy.
mumbling randomly.
Yeah, I don't like mumble rappers at all. That's why I'm not really into Cardi and stuff. And
Okay.
pref- I prefer Chief Keef over just really anybody. Kind of grew into him more like these last couple of years.
Okay. Makes sense. Uh, anything else about Chief Keef? Oh yeah, your favorite lyrics. Just quickly speedrun through this.
Yeah, I could find my favorite lyrics. I just have to find it real quick. Um, I mean, my favorite lyrics probably come from the song "I Don't Know Them."
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know
Give
if
me
you
the
want me to
hook.
like.
No, no, it's fine. I'll
Okay,
put it on the screen.
yeah,
Okay, so I'm sure you've seen the new quote unquote update regarding Bed Wars and Spleef into Duels. What do you think about this?
yeah. Do we really have? Do you like really want to talk about Bed Wars? Like, come on, like, who's looking really forward to like Bed Wars duels? Like, maybe some Bed Wars players, yeah, but do you think anybody in the duels comp is really like, oh, yippee, Bed Wars 1v1 is gonna love it? No, I don't think so. I think that's kind of stupid to implement into duels. Like, come on, just put that in the Bed Wars lobby. Like what
Mm-hmm.
what are the duels players? Like, what do they have? Like on that. You know what the funniest thing is? They're gonna give it like the best rewards, forcing all the duels grinders that like care about cosmetics, like I don't know, Minty and like Starboy, I guess all those, those prefix grinders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they're getting forced to play that game. So they're making more people like addicted to that grind mentality, like playing for stuff rather than playing for fun.
Yeah,
That's
well,
like
it's
the
so
main reason.
depressing the grind. Fucking
Yeah,
Bed Wars, imagine. I mean, Spleef's pretty chill.
yeah, I think Spleef could be fun, but I think the lag is going to be a big issue. And thing
Yeah.
is that it's like, when you break a block and like 2 seconds later it fucking breaks. That's
Yep,
going to
yep,
be a
yep.
big issue. And all the agents are going to be able to walk on fucking air. That's going to be fun too.
It's gonna be
But
like TNT where you can F3S.
yeah, it's gonna be weird. But I think they could probably make it turn out pretty cool. I don't know if you have seen like the Rod, like I don't know who it was. I'm pretty sure like the whole Rod guild made like a whole duels proposal, and I
Yeah,
must
I've
say they
seen
did.
that.
Yeah, I must say they put in their work. Some of the rewards are pretty unrealistic. Like I don't think there should be any reason to make your title have three colors. I think that's a pretty. I don't know. I think that's getting too chaotic in lobby, especially lobby one. It's gonna just be
Yeah.
fucking flash banged by a bunch of colors. But like the rewards for Spleef that I mean, I guess they kind of predicted Spleef, so that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing. And the rewards for that, I don't know what the color was anymore, but I mean, that is something that I do think they could really implement. And I do expect some more stuff from the update than other than just to do game modes. Like I really hope they put their time in like creating some new rewards from new game modes that only have one. Like for example, bow or like sumo could get a color, bow could get a color.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic could get something more than just white. I don't know. It's pretty bland. And the overall rewards, like at
Yeah.
80k wins or something or 100k wins. But yes, Bedwars not a big fan. Leaf could be good. We're just gonna have to wait how it turns out, really.
Yeah. I mean, the Bed Wars 1v1 is pretty much just for people who can't afford MVP plus plus and do private matches. Literally, that's all
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so I guess it would be a bit more accessible now to the people that don't have plus plus, but I mean, I'm still not fully fond of the fact they're gonna put it in duels. Just put it in Bedwars at this point.
Oh my god,
And
imagine fucking Bed Wars Ascended X.
oh, if I ever see that title, then just shoot me because I already know somebody spent like 10,000 hours playing that game.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But
like
yeah,
the most time consuming duel, probably.
oh yeah, I think it's gonna be like 5 minutes a game, right? Like a sweaty match will
Jesus.
probably take 20 minutes, probably. if you're on a win streak, you're gonna do everything to keep it. But yeah,
That'll
I
be
don't know.
funny though.
Yeah, so I do think they should at least like come on, like for the people that will grind it, at least give them somewhat of a decent reward. But then again, that decent reward will have to motivate all those people that really don't want to play Bedwars duels into grinding that, like the two people I mentioned earlier. Like they're gonna be forced to play, obviously, if they want to keep that status as having, all the fucking icons, all the colors and shit.
Hmm.
But or even all godlikes, that one kid that's going for all godlikes. Like, come on, he's gonna have to play Bedwars. He's gonna have to get Bedwars godlike. God knows how long that's gonna take for him. So I'm already praying for those people.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
Uh,
like the latest Jules update should just be bug fixes, actual fixes. Like, the
oh yeah,
fact that you can get banned for double clicking. Why is that even a thing in a
it's
mode called Jules when it's competitive? Hello?
yeah, yeah, where CPS matters actually. Then they're gonna do
Yeah.
that. And
Just
while
make
there's
it make
people,
sense.
oh yeah, and then there's people drag clicking 50 and they don't get banned and fucking Bedwars. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Actually
lot of
banned
stuff they
a.
can do to improve.
Yeah, of course. They banned a 1 win loss ratio Asian for double clicking in sumo.
Damn, that is just. I don't think these admins are really like doing a job at all. But like, what can I do about it? Like I said it,
Exactly.
yeah. I've said this before to like other people that what would be a good idea? Just give one of the duels community players like a fucking mod or like admin. Let him develop something like for the community. But yeah, they're not doing their job good at all. Like I don't
Yeah, I
think
feel
any
like
of the admins care.
yeah, I feel like the staff should just care more and communicate properly instead of just dropping one update every 5 years, being like, new mode, guys, spleef, you all wanted this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like how long has it been since we've gone like any new mode? What was the last
Oh,
mode they added? Like I can't even remember. Oh yeah, parkour probably. Like
oh
ooh, everybody
yeah,
was.
that was in
Yeah,
the new
let's add.
title system, I think.
Yeah, let's add a duel that's not even a duel. Ooh, everybody's so excited to grind the parkour against 8 other people in a fucking lobby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jules is
no.
supposed to be PvP. This is literally like not PvP in the slightest. Same with
Yeah,
spleef. This is not
yeah,
PvP. This is
it's
like some
stupid.
arcade mode. Should really be in the arcade lobby. Really?
Yeah, they should just put it in like the arcade rotation every once in a while
Yeah,
because
because
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah. Like I said earlier, you can. This is a clear example. They give the best rewards to the fucking stupidest game mode because if you want the cool godlike color, you're gonna have to play parkour. If you want the whatever it is, the lotus
Purple.
flower thingy, yeah, yeah, the godlike purple, yeah,
Hmm.
and like the icon, I kind of forgot what it was. They get like a flower or something. But if you want it, you're gonna have to play parkour, the one game mode that people really are not looking forward to play. You know what they should do? Add that as like a 50K win reward. Sure, it's gonna fucking motivate people to grind another 500 hours on the block game. But I mean, it would bring activity to like those game modes. Like give some more like I don't know. Bow is just a pretty bold example because I main bow, but like I could say boxing or combo too. Give those modes some more rewards, so those modes can like get revived because we all know Mega Walls isn't getting any fucking players, like two. They like
Hmm.
that she like 10 times a day. So give that something new, something for
Yeah.
people to work towards.
They really should listen to the top players of the modes
Yeah, they really should.
because there
I
are
think
some vocal people like Jack who constantly like makes threads.
yeah, there are people that trying to like actually reach out to admins, but admins just don't listen. I think
Yeah.
like admins can easily just what would be funny if an admin can just like take a top 10 active player from like every mode and just have a fucking 1 hour interview and just ask what does the community want? Like obviously if that set player somewhat knows anything about the call and isn't like completely isolated from it, but just do that really. Like it will really give them a view on what people really want. Because right now all they
Yeah.
have is one forum of raw people begging for a lot of
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly. I'm
that's
not
really
sure
my
about
main.
the one player from top 10 since there are some modes where everyone in top 10 is like brain dead or just a
Or yeah,
pedo.
or botters, or yeah, or a pedo. We have a lot of those. But yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think you know what I tried to saying with
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Get
Like
like someone who represents the entire mode.
yeah, we'll do it for like every mode, like besides bridge, because nobody cares about bridge. No, I'm kidding. No hate to bridge. I do
I'll
kind of hate.
get like an admin in here and then just like invite like the top people from every mode. So what do you want in a whatever mode update? And they just
That would,
list.
yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And if it's a live stream, then you can just have debates in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. but you would have to like gain attraction to the live stream first.
Yeah, of course.
There's,
That'd be
yeah, there's no
impossible.
point. Yeah, there's no point in getting an admin just for those two viewers to see it. Then.
Sure.
But yeah,
But it'll be
but yeah,
like
no.
it's like a group
Hmm?
chat on Discord with everyone from each game mode. They have like
Yeah,
little personalized VCs and stuff. Would be cool.
I've always thought of like the idea of having a Discord for like all the top 10 players in every mode, or like top 15, top 20, I don't know, or top something, or just a lot of wins, or like top 100 overall. Just put them all in the Discord and start like actually, but like serious ideas of on how to improve duels, and
Yeah.
like pick out three that are achievable for an admin to do within a couple of weeks. So you don't have to wait months for just two game modes to be added. Because come on, you can't tell me coding Spleef is going to be that hard. It's just a fucking snow platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on. You add some dead barriers to like the water underneath, and that's it. Boom, you have your new game mode. There's no way that needs to take 3 months because I'm projecting the update will happen somewhere in April or May, which is
Mhm.
extremely long just for two modes. So yeah, one way, or like in one point, like at like one hand, I'm like really hoping they add some more stuff, but on the other hand, I just know that Duels has no hope because they're focusing on Skyblock too much, which
Mhm.
understandable, but come on, Duels used to have a lot of players. You can somewhat bring back of a lot of the older, or like bring new players into the mode to establish like a decent community again. But right now, yeah, no, those 600 players that play every fucking day, yeah, no, it's not cutting it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a company after all, and they do have to make that profit, so that
Yeah,
is
I
sad.
understand that. But it's just, you have to think about all those people that like really were, I don't know, inspired to grind the duels. Like I kind of wanted to say Oris, but I don't think he's really inspired to play, and it's more like
No, more of clout.
forced
Yeah.
forced to play. Cloud Chaser, yeah.
Okay, now let's move on to the main topic. Why did you pick Bow Jewels out of any other jewel?
I picked Bow Duels mainly because it's gonna sound stupid, but most, not most, like 20,000 of my almost 50k wins from Bow came from playing in my living room in my old house, because the Wi-Fi upstairs was just dog shit, and I was kind of forced to play there. But obviously, there were other people around me all the time, I, like whether it's just next to me, sitting on the table, or in the couch, just watching a movie. And if there's like a little kid fucking butterfly clicking his ass off in Blitz Duels, trying to get like godlike in that mode, it's pretty annoying for the people around me. So I was like, yeah,
That's
what
funny.
mode can I play? Yeah, I was like, what mode can I play that doesn't require me to click 20 CPS the whole time? And obviously, the only three options I had were TNT, bow, and parkour. So obviously, I already like parkour. I already put that to the side. I was like, hell no, that's not even a duel. I'm good. I'm not playing that. So then it was TNT and bow, and I was like, I already had like maybe 500 wins in bow, and I was like, you know what? Let's just main this, because of course bow has the infamous yin yang icon, which a lot of people want because it's pretty clean. I was like, you know what? Let's main this, at least for now. So yeah, that's the main reason. Oh yeah, also because a lot of the people just main rod game modes, sumo or classic, and like obviously not the shit talk those modes, but I don't know. Feels like you're just following the crowd if you're gonna main that mode. So like, you know what, let's just
Because it's
main bow.
mainstream. Stuff like
Yeah, it's
Pop
kind of a
PvP.
yeah, that's so mainstream. I was like, you know what, let's just get back to bow duels. Why not?
Okay, pretty cool. But mainly it's about the noise pollution IRL. Pollution.
Yeah, that was kind of yeah. It sounds stupid, but that's really a big
No, no, no.
reason on why I had to main bow duels.
Like that happens to a lot of people in the PvP com. They like they just literally can't play the game at night. That's such a
Oh
common
yeah,
excuse in the com.
yeah, it's common, and when you hear it from like second perspective, it might sound stupid, but now that I'm hearing you talk about it, it's so real, and it's such a real thing because like I really couldn't play past 9:30 at night.
Yeah,
My mom just said, "Stop, bro. It's enough. Just stop, please." My ears. So yeah, then I decided to main bow, and I could play in another hour. Then obviously I had to get to bed.
exactly.
You have to think future proof.
Future proof.
Yeah.
Okay.
in the in the long run, what's gonna get you more wins, bow or classic? I had to do some math. Yeah, like, people also think classic gets way more wins per hour. And then I showed him I have a screenshot of me getting 300 wins in under 3 hours in bow. So I mean, what can I say? It's just skill. You can get 100 an hour if you're just skillful and queue during the right
Okay,
time.
okay. Chill with the mugging. Chill out.
My bad. No hate to the classic people, of course. I do love some of them, but
Some.
the rest, yeah, some.
Okay. Want to talk about your inspirations to bow duels?
Yeah. Obviously the main inspiration comes from the French non, that actually is like 4 people apparently now. I just heard that today. That Warshow is a shared account. If it's
Hmm.
still not, that's still my main inspiration. If it is, I'm gonna have to give my main inspiration to probably Jameson 5, who also happens to be the guy that taught me everything I know about bow and made me the better player than him these days actually. Because our recent duels just really concluded that I am the better player at the moment, even on an NA server. Um, because yeah, we will talk about ping later, I'm pretty sure, but just
Yeah.
quickly, ping really matters a lot. And Sloppy Slot, of course, the guy who passed Warshow and wins out of nowhere. Well, not really out of nowhere. It was a pretty slow grind. He once told me in DMs it took him about a straight year of just playing, like 200, 300 wins a day, and then he got to 100k, which was pretty impressive. And then obviously a few more wins later, he passed him. That was pretty cool to see. And then our Mickey actually, who pushed me to get to Bow Celestial, which was my main goal at the time. Not really divine, but Bow Celestial, and who actually, I don't know if he's gonna hear this, but he actually promised me plus plus. I'm still waiting on that. I've been waiting on that for like over a year, but it's obviously
30
a joke. But
days?
yeah, yeah, just 30 days. So
Oh,
it's not really anything. But I mean, hey, a promise is a promise, right? What can I
yeah.
say?
Still free stuff.
Free plus plus, why not?
So,
But
what
yeah,
was
those are
special about Washow in terms of inspiration?
oh yeah, the speed at which he did it. Like when you watch his fucking in the duels archive server, you could see
Yeah.
like the screenshots. Like he
It's
still
just once
played.
grinding. That's what inspired
Yeah,
you.
when you see his monthly, you're absolutely amazed by the fact he did 1k a day for a whole month in bow duels,
Hmm.
which
Do you think
makes
it's
me
like,
kind of yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of speculating now if it's really legit. It could be obviously if you watch people now play 15 hours a day, you know it would have obviously been possible back then. But I mean, in bow with queues being so inconsistent, I don't know.
so it's more
It's
impressive because
strange.
it's bow, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anything is more impressive in bow. The titles.
Oh, of course. Such a like
I mean,
a semi-hidden game mode. There's like people who don't even know it exists, like the nons and lobby one.
yeah. I actually remember when it didn't have an NPC. So that's how hidden it was.
Same with
You have
TNT
to actually,
back in the day.
yeah, I'm pretty sure TT didn't have one either. Like it was
Nope.
just UHC, Bridge, what else? Classic Sumo, that was it. OP maybe, I don't know. Kind of started like obviously most people do is by watching those stupid pro versus God versus videos. I don't know if you know those,
Yeah.
but those are
Level
ancient.
1 versus level 100.
Exactly. Those were the times. But I was like, I don't know. I think this is like 2014, 2015. We're talking. I'm 7. I'm 6, 7 years old, and I just got a PlayStation 3, and not even a 4. I just got a PlayStation 3 like right when the fucking PlayStation 4 came out. That was funny. But so I got that, and then I realized you could play Minecraft on it. So obviously begged my parents to please give me Minecraft, please, because my brother was 3, also kind of liked games. Even though he was 3 years old, he already kind of knew how to play some games with his controller. So we were just playing split screen Minecraft all the time. And back then, there was still an active, like, somewhat PvP community even on the PlayStation 3 playing
Wow.
those. I don't know if you know it, but on the PlayStation 3, you had like not really a server, it was just like built in server on like the disc kind of. Like so like you could play online against people. Like just 3 gamers, that was it. You had Elytra, which was just flying with an Elytra racing through like caves and shit, which was pretty fun. And you had Spleef actually, which had different types. You could have Spleef with rockets, which was cool, and just regular with shovels or even potions, which was pretty chaotic because you could glitch out of the map and just ruin the whole game. And then you had Hunger Games actually, like SG survival game, which was like the main thing me and my brother used to play. Always teaming against people. I mean, there wasn't really any moderation anyway, so you could just do that
That's
without any
funny.
consequences. That was yeah. That's how I kind of got into Minecraft. And then 2019, I got a laptop because I had to like buy one from like high school for school, and that's when I really started to play I got like T Launcher, which you obviously know as like the cracked Minecraft, which you can't really play Hypixel on and stuff. But I was playing like on herobrine.org, which was like the main server for cracked Minecraft. I used to like playing Skywars and Duels on there. And then in 2021, for my birthday, I got the real Minecraft, and that's kind of when I started playing Hypixel really. And now we're kind of here.
That's
Actually, after a few months of Skyblock, then I kind of quit Skyblock because that game was too boring and too I don't know,
repetitive.
just yeah, mainly. And I just got scammed a lot, so just lost all my progress anyway. So I decided to just play duels.
Hmm.
That's kind of yeah. Now we're here. 80K
That's
wins.
funny. I also used T Launcher at the very beginning of my Minecraft journey, quote unquote.
T
A lot of
Launcher
people
was
once used
really
it.
yeah. A lot of people have definitely used it. I think some people even still use it just to even if it's just for cheating on like stupid alts that you can just infinitely create anyways.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I love that part about T Launcher.
yeah, it was always funny. And also like T Launcher has its own OG community, I think, because obviously every name that's available on regular Minecraft, there's a duplicate on T Launcher. So that there's
Yeah.
also like OG T Launcher names, which is fun. So yeah, really had a lot of history on that. Couple of years, like forcing my friends to play on the cracked servers because I could join Hypixel even though they had like a legitimate Minecraft account.
That's
Those
funny
were the
as well.
times. Yeah, that was really fun.
Didn't he get exposed for being like a rat or something? Was it like
Then I get
2019? T Launcher? Wasn't it a virus in like 2019 or 2020?
no, I don't know anything about that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible
One of the
because I
cracked
mean,
launchers was exposed.
oh really? Like, what did they get out of it? Like, did they just steal people's email or what? Like,
Yeah, I think that was it. Pretty much you install it and then it just yoinks all your shit on your PC, account wise, all your cookies,
oh yeah, that's
stuff
pretty
like that.
stupid.
Let me
I
Google
mean,
it real quick.
honestly, it's just more reason to buy a legitimate account. Might as well.
And it's also so cheap nowadays, a legit Minecraft account.
Yeah, you can get like cookie alts for $2. It's nothing. There's even alt generators actually, which you pay $20 and you get infinite legit accounts, but it's with like there's downtime on each time you create an alt, so you can't just buy it and $3,000 in a minute
Yeah, of
and just
course.
sell them. But I mean, that's something that exists if you're like planning on getting a lot of alts in the long run. Mm,
Yeah, apparently it was in 2022 ish, that era. T Launcher was exposed for stealing data, allegedly. Whatever, doesn't matter.
yeah, I don't know. It's a bit off topic, but I mean, honestly, just yeah, buy an account. Honestly, come on, it's 2025. There's no need to like not have an account, really.
Yeah, come on, guys, it's like
Just
$2. You can
it's
buy it,
$2,
surely.
or you could
Okay.
just steal it from one of your friends. That's also an option.
Yeah, just beam it. Fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
Let's move to guild history. I know you've been in a few guilds on Hypixel. Do you want to give like a
Yeah.
quick, brief overview of all of them? How you
Oh yeah, sure.
joined, why you joined?
Yeah, a few would be an understatement. I've been in too many actually. I think the first major duels guild I once joined was Rod back in 2022, and I was like I actually worked towards the requirements of getting to it, but then unfortunately, right as I joined, Mr. Jack O'Lantern decides to just fucking quit the game, and then I kind of joined for no reason because the guild died back right when I joined, so I didn't stay in there for long. But I don't know. There's not really much to say about Rod. I think we all know what Rod is like these days. I mean, back when I joined, or when I tried joining at least, it was, I don't know, the community was way more open. Like everybody was VCing every day, but that's partially due to COVID, of course, and people not having anything else to do. But I do remember some fun stuff happening in VC. I remember VCs with 30 plus people. It was chaotic, but it was fun playing private games. So yeah, that was Rod. I think the next major guild I probably joined was Wound, which is yeah, that's a lot of stuff to say about Wound.
Yeah, just keep
I'm
it
not really
brief.
yeah. just not, I don't know. I'm not that chill with the guild anymore, or like at least with the owners of the guild. But Wind was at the time when I joined the biggest guild, right before it got overtaken by the revived Shank Den. So everybody kind of wanted to join it. It was kind of like the end game guild. You just join when you have the requirements and you stay in there forever and just grind the shit out of your wins to give the guild a better reputation. But yeah, I don't know. Don't really advise joining it now in 2025, but if you want to, might as well. Then another guild I was in actually, and now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't say it earlier, but I was in this guild before Rod and Wind. It's actually Rebound before it got sold. And I barely met the requirements when I joined. I think I had like 8K, and I asked I don't think he remembers, but I think I asked T Blitz in the VC if I could join, and he said there was like an open spot or something in that way, and I was actually able to get in, and I actually had the tag bound or rebound, whatever it was at the time next to my name. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, then now actually my favorite duels guild I've ever been in was Shank. Not trying to be biased or glazed, but I just think that was objectively just the best guild. It was fun. Like the owner, Shoto, was just a chill guy. And there were a lot of people I was pretty close with were in the guild. You had Heal, who is another bow player. I used to just duel a bit. You had Nirvana, who now unfortunately quit the game and now joined Solar, I'm pretty sure, right before he quit. But that was also a guy I'm very chill with. Some other bow players. But yeah, that was the main guild, especially when it overtook Wound in like a day. That was fucking funny. How they just recruited so many wins in one day. Like everybody was just inviting anybody with like 40K wins. I remember the rec for joining was 30K, which is absurdly high. That was the minimum requirement. But yeah, that was peak. I can't lie. Then I was in the guild called 456 for a little bit. I don't really remember anything about the guild. I can't even remember who owns it, but I just remember being there for a bit. I
Oh,
think it was Blitz focused or
wow, I've actually
something.
never heard of that guild before. When was
Really? I
this?
mean,
Year wise?
I think late 20. Nah, it's probably early 2023 actually.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah. Then the guild I actually had like moderator in and was actually growing steadily was North. Um, some recent players that still play now were also in that guild. Ice Cream was actually in that guild, which is somebody that we will talk about later, I guess.
Uh
Um,
oh.
uh-oh. So yeah, Ice Cream was there, who's obviously like number two boxing and whatever else shit he has. Dippo was in there, who I have a controversial history with. I won't really go into detail, but we're chill now, so that's all you got to know. And then obviously the owner, Knox, who I don't know, he had some allegations to go towards him of being a pedophile, a predator, typical dual stuff. And then quit
Yeah.
the game and like sold his account. I think he had two accounts. He had two accounts with Darbu Plus. That's kind of how people knew him because he was like the weird guy who somehow gifted 100 on his main, then decided to give 200 on his main, and then decided, I'm gonna get an alt and gift another 100 because I can.
I
Yeah.
remember him botting sumo at one point.
Oh yeah, yeah. He did a lot of stuff. He bought a sumo. He was dog shit at TNT, but he was a chill guy regardless. But yeah, he kind of just died, and then the guild kind of died. But I left right before it died, so I didn't really know what exactly happened. But North was a pretty North Korea is what it kind of stands. North Korea is what it was named, but the guild tag was North. That's why I call it that. The next guild I think I was in is actually yours, but that was only for like I don't know how long I was in your guild, but that was
A
only a little while.
month? A few weeks?
Oh, yeah, I think it's month top, probably a few weeks. But not much to say. You were still unbanned. That's what I do remember.
Okay. It's like two eras, banned and unbanned. Cool.
And yeah, who else was in it at the time? I think Ice Cream was in your guild at
Yeah,
that time too.
talks.
Oh yeah, Toxic.
Some of the sumo guys, former top 10.
Yeah, I was kind of like the black sheep in the guild because I didn't main sumo or any of the other like mainstream modes.
It
Nor
was
did I
mainly
meet
just
the
a
requirement.
leaderboard guild, top 10
Yeah,
only.
yeah, I didn't even meet that requirement, but I guess I got in. I think it was like number 18, so it's not like it was close to leaderboard either. But
I
yeah,
think I just said
um,
fuck it, close enough.
Yeah, fucking close enough. I think you were pretty like confident I would get it one day, so you're kind of
Yeah,
pre-ordering me into the guild.
through fluttering. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Now 2 years later, I still don't have it, but hey, trust the grind. It's gonna happen. Uh, Next guild, I think. Well, I was in this guild for like 2 days. The Bloodlust, of course, the very known like overall guild that has stats in every goddamn game mode that exists. I joined that for 2 days, but then realized there's just a bunch of old people in that guild. I was like, yeah, I'm not staying in here, but like not even just old for like so this was when I was 15. For me, old was like 18 plus, but those people were like all 20 plus. So like those were just old people for me. I was like, yeah, I'm not joining that. So I left that. Um and I
Have you
think
changed your
now
mindset on the age
yeah.
thing?
Oh yeah, no, of course I have. I feel like now if you're 25 and still playing the game, I will call you a bit odd. If you're just 20, like I don't know, I think you're 20, right?
21, just turned
Yeah.
recently. It's
I
like
wouldn't
I'm
call you weird.
grinding the game.
Yeah, it's not like you're really playing anymore anyways, but I wouldn't call you weird for playing, but you know, there's some older people in the com like
I
Shaden
know.
and the French
The
guy.
Earth something. I don't
Yeah,
even know how to pronounce his name.
Or something. That those people are a bit older than you and way older than me and still playing. But hey, if it's your passion to really grind the game, then
Passion.
why
Passion
not?
for Hypixel Jewels. Okay.
Yeah. And for Earth, it's not even just Hypix to do, is it? It was passion for everything. But yeah, that was fun. I think the next main guild I was in was Class. And I first joined Class because, God, I don't even know how I joined Class the first time because that was very, very early this year. No, very, very early last year. Maybe even late 2023 that I joined Class. But it kind of already was somewhat falling apart, the whole guild. Like the owner didn't have time, didn't even log on, didn't really care that much anymore. Or not really that he didn't care, it's just he didn't have time. So like the guild fell apart. But I somehow still joined. I can probably even find some screenshots of me on a Bow Weekly with the guild tag Class next to it. Then he sold it, but the guy that he sold it to didn't really care about that the name of the guild was Class and that it's like OG, all that shit. And so he just changed it to something stupid. And then the owner saw that, like the OG owner of Class, and he just made a new guild. And then I proposed to him, you know what, let's just restart the guild. So me and him went on a rampage of recruiting, I'll say. People, we were just recruiting a lot of people that I knew, people that are maybe already in guilds and we convinced to just join ours. And we slowly got to like 500,000 wins and 1,000,000 wins. Then we passed your guild actually. Wait, no, that was before 1,000,000 probably. Wait, no, Orwez was in your guild. So yeah, I think you had 1,000,000 at one point. Then we
I think it was
passed
like
you.
1.2,
Yeah,
the
I
very
remember
peak.
passing. Yeah, you were something like top 20, and we passed airplanes, and then we got to top 10. And then this was when I went to leave the guild to try and nuke the infamous Villain Arc guild because that guild is just weird. I was
We'll
bored,
get to
so
that. Don't worry, guys.
we will get to that. But yeah, that guild was just weird and had a lot of controversy about the owner even being a predator, although that's probably not true. But there's
Yeah,
a
he's
lot of
too retarded
stuff
to do
happening.
that.
You wouldn't even know how to groom a kid. Probably get groomed by the kid if I'm really being honest. But
Yeah, probably would get finessed, get all his money yoinked.
and his account stolen. Now that I think
Yeah,
about it, the kid would probably give the account back when he sees the account as a one win loss.
yeah.
But yeah, I kind of left for that, and I was initially coming back to Class, but I didn't come back because I felt like the guild was getting way too much like the other mainstream guild. Like I get that we were trying to get number one, but I don't know. It felt like we were just really recruiting anyone. And oh yeah, another big mistake that the guild made was becoming a bow focused guild. At one point, we had so many bow players. We had two bow leaderboard players in the guild. The infamous AJJ, who is known for hating fucking boosters and dodgers. That doesn't talk at all. We got him in for like 2 days, but then he kind of left because I think it was because we were sending some weird memes in the general chat of our Discord, which everyone obviously just found funny because we're all like around the same age, like 15, 16, 17. But AJJ, probably being a bit older than us, didn't find it funny. He just straight up left. So yeah. But anyways, the guild kind of turned into a bow focus guild, which was not something I was really up for. Even though I main bow, I didn't feel like that was needed. I just wanted to be an all around guild, you know.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I decided to just not join back at all. And the owner, I think, I don't know, he always said that he would still have like a, like a spot for me because I had co-owner, and he said, if you ever like want to join back, it's fine because we're chill. And like I was obviously still chill even when he left. He understood why I left. We had like talks about it. But then something happened. I kind of don't want to like talk about it too much because the person that is associated with what happened, I'm still chill with, and I don't really want to give him a bad look. But
Of course.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll just kind of briefly explain it. Me and the girlfriend of a guy were just like trolling each other, just straight up insulting each other for fun. Like I was, just a regular jokingly insults of, what, find a bridge and jump off, and then they would reply with, "Oh yeah, you go for it." Just those stupid
Yeah,
arguments.
yeah. Nothing
But I
serious.
think, yeah, nothing serious, of course, no harm meant. But I think the owner took it a bit personal because I mean, at least he says he's the one that put those two people together. Like he says he's like the, I don't know how to say it. Like he's like the wingman that put that couple together, and then he kind of felt responsible for, I don't know, protecting that girl or something. So I just got banned from the Discord. I was like, yeah, fuck that. And I'm not really chill with class anymore. And I think it's a bit of a retarded reason for me to get banned. But I mean, it was a good guild at one point. But yeah, class is just nothing. And now I'm in Misery's guild, just chilling because there's no good guilds. I just want to mention that there's no good guilds at the moment, unless you call Wind and Rod good, and Villain Arc is obviously something else. So
And
there's
that's for
just
like
nothing to join.
completely brand new people with like 2 wins. Or
Yeah,
people who have like allegations against them, like pedos. It's like a
yeah,
haven for like all the rejects of the com.
yeah. All the social rejects all together in one guild. Boom, you Villain Arc, you have it.
Yep, it's like all the crackheads under the bridge. That's Villanuc.
All the crackheads under the bridge. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good explanation, to be honest. It's just all those weird people from all quarters of the world came together and
Exactly. Yeah.
formed the guild, and they tried to find the most cringe name you could ever find, and they got to Villain Arc. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it for the guilds, honestly.
So quickly on the age thing, you said playing at like 25 is a little iffy. Do you actually mean grinding or straight up just playing?
I feel like if you're 25 and you're actively putting in 3, 4, 5 hours a day playing the game, I feel like you should have better things to do. Not even
Okay.
if you're single and don't have a family or live with your parents anymore. I feel like I don't know, there's just better stuff you can do, right? I feel like, I mean, calling this game a kids game is pretty bold, and I won't do it, even though it somewhat is just a pixel game. There's a lot of old people that still play, like, I don't know, Brawl Stars, like that's a kid's game. I feel like, but I mean, people play professionally, just like
Yeah.
people. I mean, there's still a few people that play Minecraft professionally. I guess I don't know. I feel like if you're 25 and like above, you should have better things to do. You should. Not always you do, but you just should.
So you're fine with the
So yeah.
people who like hop on for 10 minutes just to speak to their friends who only play
But yeah,
Minecraft?
no, yeah, for sure. I feel like if you're lobby sitting for 2 hours, I don't know. I don't really have a problem at all. Even if you're playing at 25, even if you're grinding at 25, I won't have a problem with you. I just personally think it's a bit weird. And I definitely won't be doing it when I'm 25.
Sure. I just wanted to clarify that. It's
Yeah,
okay
I
to
don't
like
really
talk
mean
to your
any.
friends.
Yeah, I don't really mean anything by it. I don't really
Yeah.
mean to offend any of the older players in the com. It's just something I think about sometimes.
Yeah. It's just grinding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're grinding at the age, I feel like it's just a bit weird. Playing,
Mm.
just playing. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. I feel like that's it for the guild.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the guilds.
What was your favorite guild you ever joined?
Shank for sure.
Was it the community or just the community?
I actually liked it the most when it was dead again, and I was still in it, and the few people in the guild were still VCing actively a day, playing. We were playing what's it called, mini walls or mega walls or one of those things. That was fun. Which I don't know. I really wanted. It made me stay, but I left because it just got too inactive.
Yeah, makes sense. Is that what you
Yeah.
look for a guild? In a guild, I guess. An active community? or just
Yeah, I
fun
look for
people?
an yeah, I look for an active community, but not an open community. I don't want Wound where there's a Discord with 1,000 fucking people that that I like just don't know. You know,
So you
I
just
kind of
want
want
like
to
a
know.
friend group, a huge friend group, pretty much.
Yeah, because I don't know, a guild with 10 people is a bit stupid. Even though I'm kind of in a guild with like just 10 people right now, it's just because I don't know. I like misery, I guess. But other than
Hmm.
that, I don't really have any reason to be there.
Yeah,
Same
that's
goes for
fair.
all my alts that are in the guild. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think there's any of those guilds right now. And Class was one of them. That was one exception, but yeah, that era is
Okay.
kind of over. Put it like that.
Yeah, stuff happens. Let's talk
Sure
about
does.
your main mode and actually go into
Yeah,
detail. So obviously, Bo PvP is very like I'm not sure how to word it properly, like taboo in the Minecraft com. Even in
yeah,
like
it's
games where you do have a bow, like UHC, if you use a bow, it's like frowned upon, kinda. It's like, why are you bow spamming? Why are you using the bow? Just fight me. Do you want to
yeah,
explain why?
yeah. I could give. I think I do know some major factors to why people really don't like the bow. I think, mm, like in UHC, obviously the main objective is melee PvP with like the rod and the sword and stuff. And then when people switch to bow, a lot of people when they start bowing, they'll actually run or assault a bit with the bow. And this is where it gets stupid. You can use a bow in like certain situations for like to get a combo on someone. I mean, there's even like a whole ranked mode on like some ranked servers, which is all about using the bow pretty much as a rod to then combo with your sword and stuff. But I think the main hate really just comes from those few nons that will just tower up, literally tower fucking up, and start sniping you down for no fucking reason. And the same thing goes for like blitz duels, where like an archer kid is actually very skill based when you start fighting good people. When you have to start fighting the good armorer players, like I don't know, I can't really name them. I guess Georgie is good at armorer, or like the few good fisherman players that play, or like the what's that other kid called, necromancer. You really have to start trying your best to win with archer, especially if you're like on a bit higher ping or whatever. But yeah, it's really gotten a bad reputation from those few nons that do it. Because in reality, both spamming, like really shooting an arrow at every 0. I don't know, 3 seconds, it doesn't do anything because the arrow doesn't do damage. The only thing it does is just annoy the opponent, and that's why it's really just bad. But straight up shooting a, I don't get why people get mad at shooting a bow. It's like it's a part of the game. There's a reason the bow is in the kit. There's no reason to get mad.
Okay. And what about the actual mode itself? Because bow is pretty dead on most servers.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man, because main bow players came from the Bad Lion server actually, which obviously shut down years ago. But yeah, Hypixel somewhat was able to revive bow duels, and I mean it still gets enough nons to the point where you can somewhat grind it. But like in the morning, if you're from the EU, you're not gonna get any queues because most of the most of the bow duels players are American actually. So I'm like, yeah, especially on Hypixel actually. There's only a few EU players I can name on the top of my head. That's me, Warshow, Calico, who doesn't even play anymore, and I think most of the noms are just Americans. So yeah,
Interesting.
it's annoying because there's a big skill gap when it comes to ping. Like there's a big I don't know if I say it, ping makes a big difference, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, of course. And what do you
But
think
yeah,
from like a perspective of a new player who's like new to Minecraft PvP? Why do you think they always go with sword PvP or rod PvP instead of bows?
it's just way more straightforward to go swing your sword and click like a couple times on your mouse button than actually learning how to aim. Because when I see new players, like you could just stat check them, and when I fight someone and I'm really like really thinking as if their first bow game ever, you will just see them all not even move. They'll just stand still and just aim at you and try and shoot you, desperately trying to hit you. And I
Hmm.
think once, like after 10 games of that, because the thing is with Bow Q, I just want to quickly mention this. It's either you're the biggest fucking noob or you're the most sweaty non. Or no, I mean, not non, just the most sweaty player. So it's either me with like 40 plus thousand wins, or it's gonna be a guy with 0 wins. Like there is no in between for Bo, which is a big issue in the com. Like in classic, you have the few sweats, I don't know, Jack O' Lantern and all those
Yeah.
rod people. Then you have just casual players that are just like grandmaster with a 2 win loss. Then you have the noobs. And in bow, you don't have that. I can't name anyone who's like in between. It's either you're good or you're bad, which is a really big issue for bow duels. It's like you can't get good at the game. There's no way for you to like build up skill. You just can't. You really have to fight community players, which is what I did when I first started, and that's how I got well to the point I am right now. Good
So
enough to
it's
obviously play.
so the mode itself is like hard to get into because of the actual player base.
Yeah, and the sheer amount of people that play, it's impossible to really gain skill from Hypixel. That's why you really have to play on separate servers, like
Yeah, of
ranked,
course.
will make you good. But
And of
yeah,
course, another reason is the bow itself. It's not very simple to use compared to like the swords. It's kind of like snipers in shooter games. It's just click, that's it, simple. But with bow, you
yeah,
actually have to like predict where the arrow's gonna go.
it's technical, and it gets very technical once you have unstable Wi-Fi. Like, I really at night I pray to the people who have Wi-Fi, which makes their ping goes from like 20 to 4 billion, because the delay gets so big. If your ping is so unstable, you will never actually have a feeling of when to release your arrow so it will hit your opponent. Obviously, I've played so many games, I know exactly what I need to like release it at to hit my opponent. I can literally shoot it in the air, like at like I don't know, a 60-degree angle, and it will still hit you because I've just played too much. But a new player with shit Wi-Fi, he can just not play the game. He won't. Like there's no way he can get good. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, Bo is kind of fucked for that reason.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so people really want to lean more towards sword PvP for that way, like for that reason.
Yeah, mainly simplicity.
Yeah, it's way easier. Even the rod, people really think a rod is hard, but the idea of a rod is pretty simple. You literally just rod him, the rod hits it, slow like it lowers their momentum and like just slows their velocity and speed, and you just hit it with a sword.
Yeah,
While in bow,
simple.
there's just so much more stuff to think about because
Yeah, there's like
people
actual
will
angles.
yeah, and people will want to focus on their aim and not realize that they actually also have to dodge the arrows of your opponent. So sometimes you will just see two people straight up standing in the middle and just shooting and not moving. And at the end of the day, the person who has I don't know the first shot will win the game. So yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, there's actual game sense to bow, unlike sword PvP, which is mainly CPS and just general clicking plus aim.
Yeah, it is. And when you're at the point I am at, like a skill level, I'll kind of give you somewhat of an idea. So you have obviously S tier players who are just the best of the best, and you have A tier, B tier,
Mhm.
C, then you have D who are like the worst players, then E, and then you just have like no tier, just straight up the nons that just Q. I am somewhere between C and B tier. The Jameson guy I was talking about, um, well, he was known as the best C tier, like always just I don't know, right on the edge of being B tier, C tier, you know. But now that I beat him, people have said he's gotten a bit worse. So I won't call myself B because there are just some respectable B tiers that still beat me consistently. So I'll just say I'm in between that, you know. I'll just say I'm C tier, just for example. Once you get to C where I'm at, it's pretty hard to improve at skill because really only what you can do, what I can do to improve is just improve my reaction. And you can't really improve your reaction by that much. It's really also eyes. If you have bad eyes, it's gonna be pretty hard to just get better. And I kind of have that problem. I'm kind of stuck at my skill level right now.
Mm-hmm. But you're still
Which
above
for
average in terms of skill.
oh yeah, for sure. Like compared to like the other players, like the compared to the players above me on leaderboard, I'm better than almost everyone above me. I can only name two people that are confidently better than me, and that's probably gonna be our Mickey and honestly that's probably it. Maybe Party Kid, but that actually no, he's not even above me anymore. Yeah, it's just our Mickey that's really better than me. Like I can beat Slot, I can beat Warshow. Our Mickey is just like the one guy I can't beat. So yeah, probably better
Okay,
than the average top 20 player, I'll say.
cool. So speaking of the com, let's move into dodging. I know dodging in bow is like a fucking war crime in that little com. Wanna like
Oh yeah,
expand why?
oh yeah. I can expand away. It's the first mode I'd say where they really tried resolving the dodging problem because there was this one guy. I won't go into detail because people won't really know who he is anyway. I'll just call him Destroyer, who randomly one day got to a 600 win streak, and because the BOCOM is so small and everybody in the BOCOM knew each other at the time. I'm talking about like 2018 right now. I wasn't around, and I just noticed from other people. Like 2018, 2019, maybe even, yeah, it's probably going to be 2018, 2019 when dodging and boosting kind of started getting into duels. It was obviously something very fucking weird for those people to see. Just randomly one day, random MVP plus being in the most random guild, just getting to a 600 win streak. So then they made a duels Discord for it, like Love Arrow. At the time, we still played. Wouldn't, I don't know, has like 20k wins. Used to be like top 5 on the leaderboard in Bo. He made it, or she, I don't know, made a Discord where they were like discussing obviously the act, like, yo, who is this guy? Like, how did he just get a 600 win streak? And then they soon figured out they were obviously boosting, because if you dodge, you still fight people that will just run away, and there was no way you can get a 90% hit miss ratio, which was, that guy had it, meaning he was obviously boosting and just shooting the same ult the whole time and somehow still missing 1 out of 10 shots for some reason. But yeah, they obviously really fast realized that, oh yeah, this is a booster. So they tried contacting staff with 0 to very low success, obviously, because staff never listens to whatever the community has to say anyways, nor did they really care about boosters or dodging at the time, or up until recently they did. And bow players, a very notorious player for hating dodgers is AJJ, who has like, I don't know how many ults where he used to snipe people on. That was pretty fun just to see, like, people like Zychronic and who else played? I don't know. I think even Shaden lost something to AJJ, because I've seen like screenshots. Or Shaden personally told me that AJJ even messaged him. So AJJ actually has chat off, so you can play with your chat off on Hypixel. So he does that because he doesn't want to like interact with people at all. So he has his chat off, and he once turned it on just to message Shaden and, I don't know, call him a dirty dodger or something along those lines. Then he obviously turned his chat back off. But yeah, it was, the dodging in the community is just hated, especially by the older players, because the thing is, Bo is one of the few modes that still has like a legit player on the leaderboard. I can't think of anything else. Maybe parkour, but I think every win streak leaderboard right now is dodged just fully. All the 10 players, but Bo has one legit guy on it left, Ender Brian. I think that also kind of like makes the people in the Bo com really hate dodging, because like it kind of proves that you could still get it without dodging. But yeah, Bo com does not like dodging at the slightest. Same with boost. I mean, I don't think any com like boosting, but dodging is really just not accepted in the Bo com at all. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to mention that.
And is the win streak thing like actually confirmed? That's like the whole reason for being anti-dodge.
Um, you mean the legit guy on the win streak
Yeah.
leaderboard?
Is
Oh
that
yeah,
like the
nah, he's
reason they're doing all of this?
no, but that's what I'm speculating, because I mean, there's no,
Okay.
I mean, what other reason would they have to really like hate dodging that much, other than just personal, I don't know, personal
I mean,
preference
slows the
over.
queue down. Slows the queue down a lot for actual mains.
Oh yeah, that, now that you say, that really slows the queue down much, because if there's only 7 players playing anyways, and you're taking all of those queues, leaving all those 20k win guys trying to get like up on the leaderboard, oh yeah, that really annoys them. So yeah, thanks for reminding me. That's probably a big reason too, that
That
they
must be the
really
reason.
despise dodging. It's definitely a factor for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. It is kind of cool, like seeing a little community still want to like keep the game or the game mode alive at all costs.
Yeah, but now it kind of slowed down. Like back when I started playing, they were still trying to do it. Now they really don't care, because nobody on the leaderboard really actively plays. Like Slot, he kind of quit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if he's been. I mean, you don't really look at leaderboards, but like in Duels Archive, you
Innocent.
can just see, yeah, you can just see Warshow and Slot going back and forward in wins. Because I mean, what are they gonna do? What is Slot gonna do? Grind 1k wins overnight, and Warshow will just catch up in a couple of days. There's no point for them to grind. So it's just them going back and forth between the number 1 and number 2 spot. For the
Yeah,
rest, nobody
okay, I've
plays.
actually seen that before. The little
Yeah,
fucking I saw some guy like say a theory that they're doing that on purpose, like trading number one constantly, just
I
like
mean,
troll the leaderboards.
yeah,
What do you
I
think
think
about
they're
that?
doing it. I think they're doing it somewhat on purpose because I mean, maybe not because maybe they just both care so less about the number one spot that it's either just gonna be them. I mean, like let's say, look, if you're number two and you see that you're only 100 wins away from number one, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna just go off with like a slight lead of like 80 wins, and then the next number two will do it, and they're just continually going up, and I think they've went up like 6K wins just due to them doing that for like a straight year, or maybe even 2 years, since whenever Slot got number one. That's what they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think anyone is planning on getting on with the lead. There was one guy getting close to them, Alexander, who used to be number one, like years ago. He slowly has been grinding his way for 6 years straight. Has been grinding very slowly, and is now recently got Bow Ascended, which is pretty cool. We now have a third Bow Ascended, which is just mental. But to think that at one point there was zero, and people probably never thought anyone would even reach 100K in Bow, or let alone any mode. Now there's three in Bow, which is just crazy to me. But yeah, he might pull off with the leader. Who knows? But for now, it looks like the leaderboard is pretty dead. And the next person to ever even get on the leaderboard is just me, because number 11 does not play anymore. Probably doesn't plan on playing. So yeah, it's kind of a controversial mode. Same with the dodging.
Yeah, the 100k point just reminds me of when you say hit 100k overall, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, guys, look, 6 digits."
6 digits. Yeah, and now everyone has it. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen the overall leaderboard? There's 60
Nope.
fucking people. 60 people have 100K now overall.
I mean, some of them are bots. Probably
Yeah,
around
some of them are
50.
bots. Do you
No
think
way, that
50 are
many.
bots? You
No, no,
think
no.
50 are
Said,
bots? Oh, okay.
I mean, 50 are legit.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of them actually bought it half. Like, I don't want to like expose people, but
Oh
a
yeah,
guy who's in
I
Villanark,
know.
do you know ex Wolfie? I don't know if you know
Yes,
him.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but he told me
I know.
30K of his wins are legit. The rest is botted.
Oh yeah.
So
I
I mean, yeah,
think Jack or someone told me about it. There was
yeah,
another Villainac member who bought it like 50k in Classic, I think.
yeah, yeah. I think 50K classic and a bit in sumo as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's what we're talking about. But I like that
Yeah.
guy though. I'm not trying to like start anything. He's chill, but like at least he has the balls to come out of it. There's probably still a lot of people that half bought it or something, and just don't come out for it because
Mm-hmm.
clout. I guess I don't know, ego. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this community is full of freaks, so
Yeah, there's just a bunch of weird people. You have weird. You can be goofy, but then you just have illegal activities. You know,
it's
that's when
legal.
that's when it starts getting crazy. I mean,
Okay.
if you get doxxed over doing something that's so disgusting, then you probably did something very bad, and there's no arguing about it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, let's move into this topic, the community.
Yeah, there's been a fair share of predators. Yeah, and it always has been from the start, probably. But
It's
obviously,
always the
some of
kids, man. It's always the kids'
yeah,
games, huh?
yeah, it's a kids' games, and there will always be a grown man trying to touch those kids. I guess I'll put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, there's
Yeah.
obviously some notorious pedophiles. Like,
Okay, chill, chill. Don't name
I
shame.
mean, hey, there's no shame in just exposing pedophiles, right?
Oh yeah, sure. I don't want
Trying to
to like
keep the kids.
spam. I don't want to like start fucking spam reporting this. That's what the VA retards did with my little rape tag.
They didn't even work. They just achieved nothing.
I think they took the video down for like 5 hours, and then I got it back
Oh,
instantly.
I mean, yeah. All right. I'll try and like I won't give out their full IGN, but there's obviously a little Korean guy that likes kids. There is somebody who likes ice that also seems to like little kids
Okay.
and and is
Might
very
as well just say his
interested
full name right now.
in
Just drop
yeah,
his fucking address. I think
talking
everyone
about
knows who you.
yeah, ice cream of course. Who
Okay,
is
I'm going to a little too long didn't read. Try and like speed run this.
Yeah, I could speed run this real quick. So
Yeah.
Ice Cream, he got catfished by a friend of mine actually, who he's 15 and he was playing a 15-year-old girl, and Ice thought it would be fun to just ask the girl for boobs, and not even just once for fun. I have about 9 screenshots worth of him just straight up being a freak to the little girl, and he claims that he knew it was a catfish and he was just playing along, which I mean any predator could really say. So it's pretty safe to say he was a pedophile. Don't know if he regrets what he did. Probably somewhere deep in his heart did. I don't know. I don't know what these pedophiles think. Maybe he's doing it right now, but yeah, that's definitely a pedophile. And then you obviously have No Lag the German, who's just a straight up clown. That's like the next level freak show. I don't know the whole story, but I'm pretty sure he downloaded like child porn on the laptop or something.
In his school.
Probably was. Oh yeah, in his school, just weird shit. And then he once told me I need to give him $500 so he could fucking make 5,000 off of it. And he also told me I need to escape the matrix and start making money. And he said that while downloading child porn on the school laptop in school. So I mean, I think he can like get conclusions of what type of man that guy is.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, sorry, not man. He's a girl now. He turned trans to somewhat avoid the allegations of being a predator. So that's something.
Oh yeah, that's
The
actually a new
community,
trend for pedos online.
yeah, yeah. They just now just cut off their dicks and hey, new me, new year, new me. I'm not a pedophile anymore. That was the old me. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah. I don't think they
But
even do
suddenly,
anything IRL.
yeah. But it's not just only pedophiles that are weird people in the com. You just have,
Oh, of course.
yeah. I mean, you have villain arc. That's a whole community of
Yep.
weird people all stuck together.
Having already made the perfect the analogy before. It's like crackheads under the bridge.
Uh, it's so funny to me. Like I don't know how that guild ever came into fucking existence. And like out of all names, they came up with villain arc, trying to make it sound cool or anything, or like menacing. Oh, it's menacing guild. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh god. I'm just like my head is just spamming pictures right now of like DMs and just
Oh,
content in general about them.
yeah, I think a lot of the screenshots were put in one of your montages, right? Like
Yeah.
at the start of the montage. I think I read some of them. There's just some weird stuff in there.
Some guy was flexing that he's poor. Some guy was flexing that he
Oh
dodged
yeah.
me while he was auto dodging level 40 pluses. Just come on.
Oh, dude. And you know, I never was really fond of the word new gen. I think it's pretty cringe if you're gonna start calling people new gens. But come on, those people are just straight up new gens. Like, why are they
Yeah.
proud of dodging you? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I
where does the proudness comes from? Ooh, I auto dodge Plonk. Ooh, I'm him.
think, how's that even is that supposed to be a flex or is that just I don't get it. Where's the
It's more.
logic?
Shouldn't it just be like sad that you dodge someone in like a block game? I don't know. It's whatever.
He
Funny
even
people.
left in the message, put LMAO. I don't get it.
Like, is he laughing at his own stuff? Ooh, I dodged him.
I don't know. Like I haven't met
Yeah.
a single person in there who's like semi-intelligent or is logical thinking. Those guys are all just
It's
bricked. Anything else you want to
you
talk
know
about the guild?
yeah, I think I speculated they're all handicapped, and I don't laugh at handicapped people, but that just they give me that vibe. Just a bunch of like autistic people put together, or crackheads, like he said. I don't know. There's maybe one more thing I do want to say. I'm just trying to find the guild list. If I could just name some weird people in the guild.
Wow.
So you have, of course, of course, the main man himself likes our favorite Spanish or whatever he's from. And I don't know why, but somehow he's just getting a lot of people like hustling. That guy came from class. He left class, and guess what guild recruited him as soon as that guy left his guild? Of course, it was Filinog. There are actually some normal people in there. You have a casual UHC player who, as far as I know, is normal. I'm not sure.
Who?
You have a casual UHC player. I don't know if you know him.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
used, yeah, he used to be a leaderboard. I'm pretty sure on UHC. I don't know if you know him, but L Boom Sky, do you know that guy?
Yeah, number one MMC sumo.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason he's in Villain, huh?
To be fair, he activated me, so automatic D tier.
You have you know Parp, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
used to be
in
in the
there.
guild.
He used to be in Shank actually.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
he
Yeah,
he G hopped a lot.
yeah, I G hopped a lot too, but just like in random guilds. You have HR9 there, who a lot of people call weird. I don't know. I always thought he was normal, but apparently he's a weird guy.
Isn't he
So I
the?
guess
Didn't he win like a few tourneys?
yeah, in like turbo kart racing or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
So I mean, yeah, of course he would be there. I have no clue. Yeah, just a bunch of randoms. Like I could just name some. I do not mean to be rude about anybody's name, but like who the hell is Grigo? Who is Envy? Who is Yonster? Like I don't know all these people, but they somehow meet some of the Rex in the guild. So I mean, congrats.
Isn't
Oh yeah,
it Rex like
there's an
2K?
no. I can actually pull up the Rex. He has leaderboard the Duels Guild. 10k Duels wins plus 2k GXP is the normal requirement. Then 20k wins plus challenges or 30k wins. And
Wow.
like if you have 30k wins, you can be completely AFK. You don't have to do anything. That's good to know.
Man, that's embarrassing.
There's actually an old friend of me who used to be in North with me, who's in the guild, but unfortunately I think he's kind of quit. But if he would still play, I would highly suggest him not to be in Villain Arc anymore. I also stole one of Villain Arc's members for no reason. I don't know if you know him. Fuck, Why can I not get to his name right now? Anyways, he has like 50k wins overall, and I just told him that the guild is kind of stupid and he should leave. And he did. And then we made a guild for one day. Then I disbanded the guild. And I'm glad to see he hasn't rejoined yet. But I mean, he can't. The guild is full. So somehow that guild is full. And
To be fair, 10K
isn't
wins.
there a, yeah, isn't there a mini villain? I'm pretty sure there is, but I don't know. I don't know the name. If I would try and like find it. But I'm pretty sure Villain Arc has a second guild, just like Wind has
Oh, the
Wind
little
Academy.
academy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where the rest are just like two wins,
Wow.
two wins.
Do you know how low 10K wins is for sumo? That's like weekly wins.
Yeah, that's literally weekly wins.
Mhm.
The recent Duels Com is just straight up grinding. I feel like that's all about sumo. There really is.
Yeah,
Of course, you as a sumo player would know. It's really
of
just
course.
mental, right? Because there's not much. There's not much that goes into sumo besides mentality and
Yeah,
time.
of
It's
course.
pure. It's just that.
I mean, Hypixel's not skill based. It's all about time.
Yeah, especially like grinding titles. There's no skill. Oh yeah, I kind of want to mention this. Ice Cream once told me that I am bad at grinding because I have low wins, and I just want to like I don't know. I kind of want to talk about that because I find it stupid how you can be bad at grinding because there's no skill into it, right? It's pure time. If you don't have time,
Yeah.
if you go to school and if you have hobbies and shit, how can you call someone bad at grinding then? Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, you can literally be S tier in terms of skill. But if you can only play 30 minutes a day, you're just going to be
Yeah,
locked to like
exactly.
whatever rank.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, you're gonna be fucking classic grandmaster for the rest of your life because you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a bunch of people now been getting more titles, which I don't know. The game is kind of dying, but yet I see more people hard at grinding, if you know what I mean. Like especially
Like new
sumo. I
people.
don't know. No, not even new people. I just feel like the player base is going down, but somehow the sumo leaderboards are going up. Like weekly, I mean. There's just a bunch more people getting like 5k weeklies. I'm speculating it's either just a bunch of bots or just a bunch of like I don't know, people who also
Yeah,
have like no job. I don't know.
it's mainly bots. It's always been bots. So you've seen the monk comments on my YouTube montages. How do you feel?
Yeah, those are pretty stupid. I can't lie. Wait, what was it again? I'm disappointed, and then like a frown emoji,
Yeah.
and then
Said he
then
was
you just
disappointed in the disses of a
yeah,
sumo botter and Spec, who's number one classic.
yeah, and he commented on like the toxicity that it apparently is giving,
Yeah.
like
It was a
with
single
us.
note
Yeah,
when the
mm,
worst grinder fucking accusates you. Chill with the
yeah,
toxicity, guys.
Yeah, so I think about monkeys. The problem is that I think he is somewhat neglecting all this shit. Like I think whenever someone tells him, "Oh yeah, there's a kid called like," I'm not trying to like name people, but there's a kid called Fish. Huh? He got beamed for saying the N word. Who? He said, "Oh no, 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 that didn't happen. No, 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 that's definitely another reason." Like I think he's neglecting anything that happens in the com, just because he
Mm,
thinks we're all like happy people. We don't do anything wrong. There are no predators. Nah, that's all fake. So I don't know
yeah,
what's up with him, but
I just feel like he's also in a bubble. Not trying to stat shame anyone, but free name MC views while being number one for like a year, and also top 10 overall, top 5 blitz wins, and you only have free name MC views a month. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's clear that you don't get hated on a lot, so
I mean, my alt has 15 views and there's like 200 wins,
yeah.
so that kind of says something.
Name MC doesn't mean a lot. It's a
No, it
shit
doesn't, but
website, but I think
it
that
just
speaks for itself.
yeah. I mean, even though like that site shouldn't really get that much credibility on like how known someone is, but like, come on, 3 views while you have 200K wins, you're on lifetime still. Like, come on,
You were number one on the fucking planet, the world champion. You had the
yeah, you
world
were
record.
yeah the best of the best.
Okay, that's just wins.
I mean, yeah, that's just the wins, of course.
You didn't like his Skywars stats. Let's not like call him number one skill here publicly.
Yeah, yeah, guys, wins equals skill. Trust me.
Like I'm sure he's okay, maybe good, above average for sure at Skywars, but
Yeah, definitely not the best.
like if you're gonna leave those comments, it
Yeah,
just I
yeah,
don't know.
it
I
says
feel like you've
something
never
about
experienced anything legit in your life. Entire life was just baby mode. Someone said L to
he's
me, I'm gonna kill myself.
he's playing life on easy mode, probably
Yeah,
peaceful.
like all of these grinders.
Yeah, but I also saw the comment like, what was it again? He called your guild bad or like a toxic guild just because you made the montage. Like that doesn't make
Oh
even if
yeah,
it's
fucking
somehow
Sonic montage. I
yeah.
thought
So
Apple was
even
good.
oh dude, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like
I don't know.
not even to sound rude, but I think he's just ignorant at this point, right? Like
He must be, or he's friends with pedos, so he wants to. Maybe he's actually friends with everyone. Oh,
yeah,
you're a pedo. That's cool.
I think he
Stuff like
just
that.
I think he just like goes to the pedophile and says, "Hey, it's fine. Yes, you touched up a kid. Yes, you downloaded child porn on like a school laptop. Yes, you asked him mother for boobs. But hey, you know what? It's fine. It happened. You have sinned. You have been like kicked out of the community, just like Nolak, and it's fine. I forgive you.
Yep.
I'm monkeys, the number one Sky was a grinder. It's okay. Forgive you.
Yeah. He's the
uh,
chill world champion.
he's the best of the best.
He's
Wins
the
equals
ninja without rage.
ninja without rate.
I just feel like all
Uh,
of these guys who played fucking 10 hours a day just have everything on easy mode.
yeah,
Pretty much like trying to fuck up gravity. Like there are laws in place, and it's the same for most of these communities.
yeah. It's I don't know, man. Like.
You're
eh,
just very clueless or ignorant, or you're trying to be friends with everyone regardless of what they've done.
Yeah, sometimes I kind of understand why AJJ does what he does and why he's so distant from the community. So he doesn't have to like, he doesn't have to deal with all this bullshit that happens, like all this
Yeah.
pedophiles. Because if he doesn't know about it, he doesn't even have to think about it. Like he doesn't know kids are being touched in this fucking community. Come on, he's just
Yeah.
chilling in his own world.
Yeah. That's actually what I've been doing recently. After the ban, I just completely vanished from the com. There's just no point of being here.
Yeah, really. I don't understand how there's still people in like the community, like in the Wind Discord, talking every day while they
Mhm.
haven't touched the game in years. Like I'm like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? There's
Yeah.
other people you can talk to, right?
Some
But
people
yeah,
just can't let go of the Minecraft com.
and then they'll claim that they quit, but reality they're still in like
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, fucking every month. I'm gonna
fake
quit.
quitting,
I'm gonna quit. Nope.
fake
Just
quit.
gonna sit in lobby one all day until you turn 50.
Yeah, that's actually what I like wonder. How long do you think these people will lobby sit for? Like someone like Shaded? Do you think he's just gonna log on
Oh
like
my
once in
god.
a while in his 40s? Log-
Honestly, I could see that happening. Fucking
oh,
mid
that's
30s. Like 10 people playing sumo, 5 people
Oh, that
playing UHC. There you go.
yeah.
And the goat himself just sign lobby one.
-2 players in both duels.
No, both is just removed.
Yeah, but will just like the NPC will just be removed
Yeah,
to save
it's like
space.
Bed Wars, Spleef, Sumo, UHC, and Classic.
Yeah,
That's it. Everything else is
yeah,
gone because it's dead.
yeah. Bedwars will probably still Bedwars duels will probably get max 20 players, so it could still queue for those few people, few grinders, the
Yeah.
future number ones of the fucking mode.
Future number ones.
Yeah, the future ascendants, so they can grind.
Man, the admins fucked this game so hard by neglecting it.
Yeah, I wasn't around at the start, like 2018, but I think I've heard it was better. Well, not necessarily better, but like, no, I wouldn't say 2018 because then there wasn't really an established community. I don't know. I'd say like before COVID, I think it was pretty good.
Hmm.
What people said, but yeah, uh,
Yeah, I pissed around in like 2019 to 2020. It had like the ranked mode, and I still have a UHC top 500 title. It was pretty interesting
oh
since
yeah,
you had
I
like
kind of
these seasons.
yeah, but like, what was it about? Wasn't it just about wins? So it wasn't even
Yeah,
elo, right? Yeah, it was just
I
wins.
think I don't even remember correctly. I feel like
But
it had
basically,
some skill based matchmaking.
oh, okay.
Maybe. I'm not
Like, so what
sure.
it means? So what it means basically, if someone is like top one, season 8, UHC, it just means that they grinded their fucking ass off that
Yeah,
fucking one
yeah, yeah.
season. Oh yeah, so it's not even skill. All right, good to know.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
how much it was like based on wins or skill based matchmaking. It might have just been like straight up normal queue and RNG, and you can boost your way to number one.
yeah. I've heard there is actually like a new way of like, but it really all is like I think there's like a new way of dodging, but it's all based on like ping and like ping range. Like apparently ping range does work sometimes, and you can make it so you only queue people with like I don't know, but like in a certain ping range, right? And like
Okay.
in a certain mode, those people with the other ping range just like don't play anyways, so you can just farm the same non, and like it's somewhat of a way of boosting, right?
Okay.
Technically boosting.
That's
So yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I'm not gonna go like into that because I don't even know anything about it like fully,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just wanted to mention it. Oh
Yeah, it's just a shame. Like
yeah.
this game actually had potential.
Oh yeah, it really did.
I do like how Hypixel has done Duels in itself. You can sit in lobbies with your titles, chill with friends. It's like Discord. You can see your stats in chat.
Oh yeah, I always liked like titles. Like I mean, isn't that like the only reason people grind titles just
Yeah,
to show them?
it is. It is.
Yeah, because else people would have no reason to just keep going, to the next title, to the next prestige.
Yeah, and it's not skill based either. So, like for example, the top 20 sumo guys, they're all shit. But since it's based on wins, you can just endlessly grind like Sky, and you'll have like the best title, even though you're shit. So it gave
Yeah,
everyone a chance, regardless of who you are, how bad you are.
yeah. Nah, I don't know. They could have done so much more to this mode to
Yeah,
like
really.
keep it alive. Like even just as a practice server itself, even though it's laggy, people would still really like enjoy
Yeah,
playing
they
on
would.
it. But yeah,
They literally could
I
have
feel
added
like
like a ranked like
oh yeah, like a separate
environment.
one. Yeah, like a separate ranked.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that would have been so good. Kind of like MMC's doing because MMC still pulls like
Oh
over
yeah,
1,000.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
still pretty
it's
good.
really like yeah, I mean, it's like the only thing they have on the server. But if you think about how many players Hypixel has, they could easily get duels up to a couple thousand again if they like really
Oh
just
yeah,
did this stuff.
exactly.
But yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think we just have to accept that, both of
Hmm.
us.
It's never coming back, pretty much, unless like one of
Yeah,
the admins listens to the intro and they're like, you know what, I might as well be more vocal, which obviously is not happening.
yeah,
But hey,
no.
there's always a chance. There's always a chance.
There's always hope.
So
I'm
yeah, if
giving it
any
one more
staff are
year.
watching, I don't know, somehow DM me.
You contact them. Go into the comments. Go into the comments. Comment your
Yeah.
Discord. He'll add you.
Self snitching.
He'll put you on the podcast, guys. Just
Mm.
being admin. That's all. Or have
Actually, that would
admin
be a
contact.
good idea, don't you think? Former staff, current staff, GM, former helper, former mod, current admin, stuff like that. That would be pretty cool for a podcast.
Yeah, up until fucking Simon comes on himself. Just to talk about duels.
I don't think he even does anything, like
Yeah.
game wise.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so. I think he would just come on, just say, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm rich." I mean, I've heard you. Yes, like I think his net worth is like 20 million plus. So I don't think that guy
Oh
really
yeah.
gives a shit. I don't think he gives a shit. He's retired. His family's retired. It's all good.
Exactly.
Uh, but yeah, no, really, giving like a duels community member that actually actively grinds somewhat of like authority in like the duels game mode that would really help. But they're just not gonna do that
Yeah, to be
unless
fair.
unless someone obviously applies for it. But I don't think
Mm,
anyone really wants to do that. I mean, I wouldn't
yeah.
want to do it.
hmm there's so much potential wasted, really.
Yeah, they fucked it up. They could have done so much more.
Okay, let's move on from the shit talk since episode 4 was fucking full of shit talk. Thoughts on burst spam? Do you think it's skill based, and why do you think new people, quote unquote, rely on it? Like the nons?
Yeah, so the nuns will just obviously start bow spamming once they realize their opponent is just a straight up rod god and just starts rod spamming him, rod critting. The fucking non doesn't know what to do, so what he'll do is he'll S hold, he'll gap, and he'll just start spamming with the bow. Most of the time, not with a lot of success. If you have a brain, you can easily dodge the arrows, or you can just make a 2x2 wall and you're good. But that's definitely a reason why nons do it. But bow spam in general, I mean, it could be good in certain situations to keep your opponent away, but it's not that good when it comes to wanting to kill your opponent because those 2 second, no, those like 0.2 second charged arrows won't do any damage to like full diamond UHC armor or stuff. Even in bow duels, it doesn't do that much damage. Realistically, you kind of want to find like a balance between fully charging your bow and just throwing lobs, what we say.
It depends on
And
range, correct?
yeah, like if you're long range, you just straight up can't do that. You can't spam bows. You're kind of forced to full charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I
And
don't like long range.
you were talking before about using the bow as a rod.
Yeah, that's kind of what the bow spam comes in. You can use it as a rod. It's not very practical in UHC, but there is an actual mode called Diamond Kit on like PvP Gym, which is like a ranked server for Europeans and I guess Americans if they want to play with 100 ping. To just fight the best of the best people pretty much. Like all of the EU sweats and even some of the like NA sweats like Badline Cheat, even Aiden, I think, or like Strafe Tees or all those rod sweats just play on that server. And there's also like Archer on there, would I play there? But yeah, the kid I'm talking about, it's the I don't know, the concept is simple. You shoot your opponent and you kinda want to combo them. So then there's just like a whole fight. It's really just who can get the bow combo on and then you kind of win the game. But yeah,
Mm,
in general, bow spamming it's bad really in most situations. It's mainly just to get out of sticky situations. If you can
yeah.
like create space between you and your opponent for you to gap, but you can kind of do it with a rod anyways. So I don't really get why people would want to do it with a bow. But in bow duels itself, bow spamming, I don't think that word should exist in the bow com because realistically, can you really blame someone for spamming the only thing they have to deal damage with? I mean, come on, it's kind of stupid. But
Yeah,
yeah,
truly. I mean, you are playing a fucking jewel called Bow Jewels
literally, people still get mad at me. But yeah.
in the jewel. Really?
Yeah, people just say, "Yo, stop spamming that much." Especially when I try and go in close range. Like, I'll talk about that
What?
a bit later. Like in my playstyle, I'll talk about that later. But really, I just pearl into mid, and people don't like that because people,
What?
yeah, people really want a space between them because that's like the safer way of playing the game, especially if they have somewhat of a win loss to maintain or a win streak. And I obviously don't really care, and I just want wins because I want to reach 50K. So I just pearl in mid. Start spamming the shit out of my bow. Not even just bow spamming, just full of putting arrows into their face. And yeah, they really don't like that.
That's like actual brain rot, ironically.
Yeah, it's stupid when you think the bow, like the bow is the only thing you can use to do that. Like it's not like there's anything else I can do. Just shoot arrows. Like come on,
Yeah. Pretty sure we
it's
can't
really
even punch in bow, correct?
you used to, but yeah, now you can't. There's actually
Yeah.
a guy. I don't know if you know him. Do you know I'm a Squid Kid? The guy from like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Techno Leader. Yeah, there's a clip of leaderboard player. It's Evan 11. um, punching squid in bow duels to death on stream,
Wow,
which was funny. Yeah, that clip has been going
that's
around for years.
that's embarrassing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he died to the fucking fist in bow duel. But yeah, you can't do it anymore. So yeah, there's really no excuse for like bow spamming within bow duels itself or playing annoying. I hear a lot of people say that too. My a player who's named, I don't know, he goes by Parker or something. I think he's IGNS XPDGD Miner 123. He calls my playstyle brain dead. And I don't know why, if that's something from like his ego or something, but it's mainly because most of the time I beat him. On Hypixel, we're like even, or maybe he's even better, but that's mainly due to our ping difference. But like once we get to a stable server where there's not that much lag, because obviously Hypixel is just a laggy server, I kind of just wipe him. I kind of just destroy it. And yeah, he calls my playstyle brain dead because I pre-dodge a lot. I'll get into that later as well. But you have pre-dodging and if you reaction dodging. And since my reaction is bad, I'll just pre-dodge all the time, which kind of just means
Hmm.
shooting. Or like it kind of means strafing before I even know where the arrow is gonna go. So it's kind of a gamble. Like I can go left, but if he actually shoots left, then obviously I get hit. But it's just
Yeah,
really just moving a lot. I move a shit ton when I play. You won't catch me standing still. I don't do that.
of
But yeah,
course.
people get mad over no reason. Like for bow spamming. It's just so stupid when you think about it. Ooh, stop bow spamming in bow duels. Ooh.
Yeah, and there's not
Like,
much you can even do. It's not like you can fucking, I don't even know, pull around. You only have like
yeah,
limited amount of pills.
yeah, you have one pearl. Used to be two, but you literally only have one. So
Okay, that's even more stupid. It's just a
yeah,
singular pearl. That's it. You can't do anything else.
yep. You kind of have to. But yeah, there's nothing else to really use a pearl for. There's one guy that I know, the AJJ guy, that sometimes uses the pearl to get away. Like once I push him into a corner, then he just try and goes away, obviously with the pearl, which is kind of what you should do with the pearl, or pearl in mid. There's nothing else you can really do with it. But yeah,
I don't know. It's just stupid that people complain.
yeah. But people will always complain. Come on,
True.
if it's not
Okay.
that, it's something else.
Yeah. You've been spamming this like non-stop in the VC, so let's talk about ping in Bow Duels.
Yeah. Ping is a big issue. It's a yeah. People don't realize it. I've had a lot of people say whenever someone that's not a bow main does happen to beat me, which is rarely, I tell them, yo, can we like switch to EU? Because I'm always for the EU, I have lower ping there. And then they say, whoa, why does ping matter? And then once they get to the EU, then they realize how much delay there is from let's say 20 to 50 ping to 100 plus. The delay gets crazy. And it's not only just delay for like retracting your bow, like recharging, charging another shot, but you have less time to react because the server renders the arrow on your screen later if you're the one with the higher ping than the one that's with the low ping. Because it needs to be fair in some way, right? Else it would be kind of stupid. That's kind of how ping works. That's how the delay works. But once you get to like 200 ping, I've even fought a guy on 300 ms and he somehow still beat me. But it's crazy once you have to see their perspective. They shoot, they walk to the right for like 1 second, and then the arrow comes out. It is crazy how they can do it. But yeah, ping is a big factor, especially on Hypixel. That's already a laggy server. You kind of just want as low ping as you have. I play with around 120 ms, which is bad, but it's not horrible because there's others that play with like 200. But everyone on the leaderboard has below 200. There's no one because it would be so AIDS to play. Nobody would want to get to leaderboard. But it's a big it's an issue kind of ping on Hypixel because you will never have a fair fight, right? In Rod, you can somewhat compensate for having bad ping for the fact that you take a delayed KB, so you can kind of like hit them more in that small time where you're supposed to take KB. So that's an advantage. You also just take less KB, I feel like, or you can somewhat trade out the KB you take while getting more hits and stuff, and kind of maintain this sort of momentum while you're in the air and getting crits. Well, in bow, there's just no advantage to high ping, which is the part. Like in sumo, I'm pretty sure higher ping is somewhat of an advantage up until 200. Then it's just AIDS, but there's no advantage at all, which is annoying for bow. And I kind of really Like I have somewhat of a big ego when it comes to losing. I'll be honest. So I will very fast put the issue that I lost, like the reason that I lost. Just whenever someone calls themselves better because they, let's say they won a series of 10 with like 7-3, I'll just blame it on the ping. You will always catch me doing that.
That's
It's
actually me and Sumo. Actually 1-1.
what'd you say?
That's literally me and Sumo.
Oh
One to
yeah,
one. Fucking ping.
but you have 100 ping or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm
worse in
pretty sure.
Sumo because of double hits. You can literally get quick dropped without hitting the other guy. All because he has like 0 MS.
Oh yeah, I know someone who has a 7 ping in sumo. It's crazy to fight against him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing you can really do about your ping, right? Other than
Yeah,
moving. So
exactly.
you're stuck, and you just have to get good with what you're giving with, I guess. Try and
How
learn
good
how
can
to
you
play.
get with 100 MS or 120 MS on bow? Like tier
Um,
wise, if you know.
um, I mean, like let's say for hype, I don't think you can ever become the best player of your 100 ms. I just think it's impossible for me to get to that skill level that Enderbrine is at on NA, of course. Straight because of that ping. Like you have so many, especially in short range. Actually, in long range, you will have more of a shot because when it comes to long range, you can get used to the feeling of your arrow having delay, and you can obviously get insanely good at reaction dodging. But something you can't do at short range is just retract your bow faster. Like you're limited to the speed that you can do it on like 120 ms. So at short range, you have no chance of becoming the best. There will always be someone better because in short range, there's so much you can just not do. You're limited what you can do. You can shot camp, which is kind of hit selecting actually. I kind of really like what you do is actually kind of just get hit on purpose. So you can hit back, but try and like put yourself in a better situation. Same with like hit selecting in sumo where you get hit so you can hit your opponent back and kind of put him in a combo. You can do the same for bow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what your ping is, yeah, you're kind of stuck at a certain skill level. I'm not stuck yet. I can still improve on my ping, of course. You can always improve somewhat, but at one point you're just not gonna get better anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It's ping
So
is
you're
just
pretty much
annoying.
locked to long range battles,
Yeah,
right?
when it comes to fighting good people, I have no chance at short range. I will just lose. Like to people that are close to my skill level, like in general, like without ping, they will just win. So I kind of have to somewhat stay in that mid range area if I want to have a chance at winning, which is what I tried doing. But unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, I just don't really care about high pixel wins. Oh, well, stats, I should say, like win loss. So I won't go out of my way and try hard to like stay away from my opponent that's good. I'll just fight. If I lose, I lose. It's whatever. But obviously, in ranked, if I'm playing ranked on an NA server, which I sometimes do on MMC, I will obviously try and stay away and try and get the advantage like that. Even though there's not really an advantage, I'll try and like minimize my disadvantage. I'll say it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like a huge issue since you can't really
It's
build up the distance on like Hypixel at least.
Oh yeah, no, you have no time to do that because it's so easy for a low ping player to just um because they have no delay between the arrows. They can just fully spam you while you're even
Mm-hmm.
trying to run away or like trying to create somewhat of a space. So especially if the set player that you're fighting who's low ping is already purling to mid, then you're kind of cooked. You kind of want to have those long range fights and maybe get a bit closer over time just to find the perfect range for you to still be able to dodge the arrows, but also be able to hit him, and then yeah, that's how you win.
So pretty much quick dropping. That's like the ideal, optimal way.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a situation where you have a 3 minute long game and the pressure is constantly on you. You want to have the pressure on your opponent. You always want to be shooting. That's also
Mm-hmm.
something I see a lot of people do. They start in
Yep.
classic, right? I don't know if you ever played a classic duel, but once you're
Of
charging your
course.
bow, the nons will start going crazy. They'll start doing Fortnite dances mid fight, trying to
Yep. Yep.
dodge
Yep.
the arrow.
Fucking
That's
spinning.
Yeah, that's what you don't do because you're just putting yourself in the defensive mode all the time. Because the minute you switch to your bow and you stand still to aim, he's just gonna shoot you. So there's no point. And by the time that you're back on the ground from the knockback you just took from the arrow, the guy already charges another bow shot anyway. So always try and shoot back. That's a big mistake that I even see. Experienced players do. Like players that are, I don't know, 10K, 20K wins, 5K wins, Grandmaster Godlike, Celestial. They still make those mistakes. Even I do it sometimes, but yeah. Don't do that. Don't stand still and just like try and dodge like that. There's
Yeah,
nothing you get out of it.
pretty much just always move in bow duels,
Yeah,
right?
move while having pressure. But there are some guys who have really perfected the style of not moving. Like the Enderbrine guy, he really focuses very hard on his aim and less on his dodging, which is also a reason why I've actually been able to beat him a couple of times because he just doesn't dodge that much. I think he kind of it's also an age thing, I think, because he's getting old, The older you get, the I don't know, the weaker your reaction time is, of course, and the weaker your eyesight is. So I think that has something to do with it. Like the older players in the comp, just like 22 plus, which some bow players actually are, even 24 I've seen. Yeah, they have really bad reaction now, so they really have to rely on their aim to win, which Enderbrun is one of those people at the moment.
Okay, that's funny. I'm not gonna get into that. Uh, yeah, so that's the too long didn't read. Just always move.
Yeah,
Always try and build a distance if you're on EUMS and you're fighting someone NA.
yeah, keep that distance. Always move. Don't just stand still without charging your bow. It's stupid.
Sounds like boxing. IRL boxing, of course.
Yeah,
Okay, let's move on to grinding. Obviously, you mentioned that you care only about wins. Do you want to like give a little detailed breakthrough of how you grind bow duels?
yeah. When I like to grind, like I'll give the example of last summer now. Try and be consistent with your grinding. It's not one of those modes where you can just pull off a 5K weekly and do that consistently. You won't. You will actually lose your mind for bow duels. It's so boring, and the fact that you will sometimes have to wait for 20 minutes in queue, it's gonna break you. So that's not gonna work. What you want to do is set like weekly goals or monthly or even daily goals. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do at least 100 a day so I can get to that divine before I'm unmuted. But you want to set goals. Um, 200 a day for bow is a lot, but it's doable. And if you just do the math, if you do that every week, that's 1400. Let's just round up to 1500. If you do that every month, you'll have about 6K wins in a month. If you then somehow do that for a whole year, you're gonna be on leaderboard. That's how you have to think. Don't think about
Yep,
the big numbers. Don't try and go for a 10K weekly or a 7K weekly like Warshow did. You're not gonna do that. That's just not doable.
that's actually
That's
what
the
I did in
main.
sumo. I always did
Yeah,
500 daily, then 1K daily. Always.
yeah. You want to have those dailies. You don't want to just play until you can't play because the next day you'll be so tired of it, you won't play. It's no
Yeah,
point.
really good
I could
advice
actually,
there.
yeah, I could mention that I once did a 1K daily in Bo. I'm like the fifth person to do that ever, but not worth it because I didn't play for 3 weeks because I was
Wow.
burned out.
Technically, you lost wins.
Technically, I did. I could have been divine now, technically,
Hmm. What
but
about
yeah.
gameplay wise?
Um, yeah, obviously you want to pearl in mid. You don't want to. The advice I took earlier for even if you're EU, even if you're fucking Asian, do not go long range if you want to grind wins. I was talking about that if you want to like win fights, but if you want to grind wins, you will always want to pearl the mid and just shoot and really focus on the aim because if you're shooting and you're missing constantly, that's all seconds you're wasting of your game. Like a bow game against a non should not take more than 20 seconds. Then either the non is trying his fucking hardest to dodge arrows, or you're just bad at aiming, or you're just bad at the game. So really, 20 seconds is what a game should take. Maybe 25 max, because that's when you're still in the range for like 100 wins an hour, which is good for both. You know.
Hmm. Do you do anything differently if you know the person you're fighting is like new to the game?
Um, I might actually even pearl in higher. I try to look in every at the start of the game. I try to look at the chat obviously to see the opponent. If I see it's just a non that I don't know at all, I'll throw my pearl even at a higher angle to get even closer to him, and then just hope he doesn't pearl away, and I can just shoot him in the corner, and then I have a 7 second game, which is
Hmm.
obviously insanely fast.
And would you stand still as well?
Um, no, I will always be jumping. You won't catch me standing still that much. I'll
Okay.
mostly just be jumping around.
Even against shadows or just new people?
Yeah. because it's also just fun sometimes. I wish I could like. Fortunately, I don't really have the hardware to like record good content, but if I ever have the opportunity, I would really want to show me just hopping around on nons. It's so fun how I shoot arrows at rapid speeds while I'm just jumping, doing fucking 360s and shit.
Pretty much like Neo dodging bullets. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really just a bunch of jumping around. Even when they're not shooting, you'll still see me jump for no reason.
Mhm.
It's just a habit. I've perfected the movement of my mouse. Of
Okay.
like yeah. I mean, it's really what it is. I think I've been doing that since 10K wins, and just never stopped jumping around. But yeah, it's just a habit at this point.
And do you
But
find it
yeah,
fun? Just
yeah, I
dodging?
find it.
It's like
Yeah, it's fun.
satisfying?
I mean, you
Yeah,
have to do something while you're in the queue, right? Just straight up
of
shooting the
course.
whole time is gonna get boring. You have to make it somewhat fun while still winning. So
Is that a common mindset among LB players or just grinders in general?
I don't
The
know
whole
because I
dodging
feel like
arrows?
um Eh, not really. I think a lot of the bow grind, like Slot, I think whenever he does still play, he's doing something else in the meanwhile. I think he's watching Netflix when he plays. I think a lot
Mhm.
of players do that in other modes too, but
So
believe
it's
it or
only just
not,
you.
I've never watched Netflix while I play. I've always just listened to music. I don't know. Maybe it was because my laptop was so bad. Like now I'm able to do it. I could watch Netflix when I play, but I don't know. I've always just listened to music and I still do it when I play. So
Yeah, so it's just you with the, I don't even know what to label it.
they're jumping around, they're messing
Yeah,
around, and I mean it's fun. So yeah, I have to do
pretty
something.
much like fucking bullying new people. Be like, oh, see, you can't hit me. You shit.
Exactly.
All right, what do you think about the bow mechanics in general? Do you think it's perfect? Or can it be improved?
For 1.8, it's just good. There's not much that should be like obviously improved, but the recent bow, I don't know if you knew, but just like a melee obviously has a big change when it comes to 1.9, bow also has that. And the recent bow, you can actually print while charging. Or do
Hmm.
something like it, or like sprint to jump while charging your bow, which is just very weird. I've tried 1.9 once because there's also tiering for that, and I kind of wanted to get better at it, but I don't know. It kind of just boring as fuck. I can't lie. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could play 1.9 on Hypixel, of course, but it's very weird. It's strange, and I personally don't like it. I think they should have just kept the simplicity of bow. Like when you charge, you go slow, of course, um,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know why they wanted to change that. I don't know. There's no point, but hey, they probably
yeah.
felt like they had to change it because they changed melee as well and didn't want to keep archering or bowing in the dust. So probably the main reason.
So the
Like,
1 is more realistic.
yeah, it gives a more realistic vibe, right? Because who the hell
Yeah.
is actually gonna sprint with a bow in IRL?
You're just bee hopping with the bow, fucking fully
Yeah,
drawn out.
yeah. I've had that on
Crazy.
iPixel too. V hoppers and bow duels. You might not
Wow.
believe it, but there's cheaters in bow duels. Yes, only very few though. Or no slow, of course. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, 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 of
Like,
course.
yeah, just printing with the bow. Why not?
Sure.
They still
Those guys
lose, which is
definitely need
funny.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, or auto dodge. I've had people who there was a very known player who everyone just thought he was just very good, even though he had good aim. Everyone can have good aim when you don't have to focus dodging. So that was what he did. He had a whole program. I think he programmed it himself because nobody else had it, and he would just straight up auto dodge. Whenever he is not charging the bow, the program would just dodge the arrow for him in game. And when he is charging the bow, it would, if it has enough time, it would um dodge. So first release the charging arrow at the opponent to keep pressure, and then it would dodge. And if there wasn't enough time, he would just eat the arrow, which was funny. So in some clips, you can just see him literally just standing there, being able to dodge it. Technically, he could have dodged it, but no, he would just eat the arrow straight up and start shooting at you
Wow.
again, which was funny. But yeah,
So
it's
you think it's
also
fine?
yeah. Probably should have mentioned it earlier, but I think another reason I really like playing Bow is because of the lack of cheaters, or like the few sheer cheaters there are. Like in sumo, there's obviously a bunch of cheaters. In combo, everybody fucking auto clicks. Same for OP classic
It's just
UHC.
every
No, there's all
PvP mode. Every
yeah,
PvP mode.
except Bow. It's like the really one mode. Like even in TNT, there's people safe walking, right? But in Bo, there's really not
Yeah.
really anything to do. Like there's not much you can do in Bo that gets like instantly flagged.
Yeah,
There's
even
this
in
one.
TNT, you can
Oh
cheat as
yeah,
legit play by doing F3S. But go on.
yeah. It's there's this one cheat in Bo that would probably get you instantly flagged in Hypixel, but someone showed it to me on a cracked server. It's funny. You shoot one arrow and 10 come out.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's also a cheat in
Some
CS:GO.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So like 10 bullets or what?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a
Oh
minigun. You can have like a sniper rifle. It just turns into a minigun. Brrr.
yeah. It's fucking funny in Bo duels because it's not like what are you going to do? Tell me. You're gonna
Exactly.
dodge 10 arrows. I mean you'd have to
You're just
kind of turn into
fucked.
Neo. Yeah, or you just turn into Neo and go in slow motion and dodge everything. But yeah, no. The mechanics they're fine for 1.8. I feel like they're perfect. I don't know. There's nothing really to change for 1.8. The only maybe the animation. The animation when you release a bow has always just been kind of boring. Like
Mm,
when you
yeah,
sword
I know.
block. Oh
That's
no,
just
there's
visual. It's not exactly a
yeah,
mechanic.
yeah, true. So I guess the mechanics are fine.
Okay. What do you think about the uh, pearl glitches in stuff like bow
Yeah,
and combo? We can pull out of the map and just hide like a little bitch because the guy's like b-hopping. Obviously different in bow.
yeah. I think they recently patched it on like the main map. I don't know if you know the map. I think it's called Backwood. It was like the
Mm-hmm.
main map where you could just fully walk around out of bound, of course, out of the map. But I think they patched it and now they added dead barriers. So if you just pull out, you're just dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Only took
but
them like what, 6 years, 7 years?
yeah, the really it's obviously slabs. Any map with a slab you could pearl out of or
Yeah.
do something with. Me and a friend, Ethan, were just straight up testing it out on different maps. We've even on like the new Christmas maps, we found some weird glitches we could do into stairs and stuff. We even almost managed to get out of the one map that doesn't even have slabs, but it had stairs where you could somewhat glitch into. But yeah, it's fun to do, but once you're in a game and you're on a win streak, no, yeah, let's say you're on a win streak and you're fucking like on a 1K win streak, right? Just trying to grind it up a bit higher, and your fucking opponent pearls out and just stands there for 20 minutes. What are you gonna do? Pearl with him and try and kill him there? But if you're unlucky and you die to a dead barrier, that's bye bye win streak, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
there's not much you can do if it happens to you. But it's fun to do against people, I guess,
Oh
and
yeah.
you can make content out of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. It's the people on like 4-digit win streaks. The pearl out.
Yeah. Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because they're fighting a cheater, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, I think in combo, most of the people with a 1K win streak cheat as well. Maybe just low settings, but I mean, auto clicking is still cheating, right? So
Of course.
can't really get mad at the cheater if you're cheating yourself.
I feel like that's like most of the PvP com. It's just retards raging at fucking cheaters while they're cheating as well.
Yeah, just a bunch of ignorant fucks. But yeah, that's the calm, I guess. But yeah, no, I think the pearling out, it was not a big problem for Bo, but I could see in combo why it is a big problem. Considering you have 5 pearls, so you can just, I don't know, do it multiple times. So yeah. But in Bo, yeah, no, in Bo was fine. I really only had like 2 people do it against me, so
What did you do in those situations?
well, I just stared at them for 10 minutes and then I disconnected because I couldn't handle it anymore. I think one of
Wow.
them was tank right. I think one of them was tank right nicked as well, which was
Oh
funny.
god. Let's
Yeah.
chill with the shit talk. I know you have strong opinions.
I have mixed opinions on tank right, yes. But yeah, keep that for something
Okay.
else.
Yeah, let's talk about your playstyle in Bow. How exactly do you play? And is it always the same?
Yeah, so right at the start, I try and pearl fast. So I don't pearl like up, of course, because then it takes like a billion years to pearl the line. So at the start of the game, I pearl at like 40% of the way of like so 40% of the full length of the map. I'll pearl to that point around because that's most of the time my opponent's pearl is still in the air. And if you have somewhat of a brain, you can obviously know where the pearl will land. So then I shoot an arrow where the pearl lands, already giving me an instant advantage. And then I don't know how to call it. And then the jumping starts. Then you will just see me jumping like crazy and focusing on my shots, throwing lobs in the air, trying to hit you as well. And then once you get low, I'll just start full charging you. And I'll try and get that last shot onto you because I don't want to be in a position where you're like 0.1 HP. I just want to kill you right away. And that's how I get those fast games. Um, so yeah, long range is something I don't do. Never, because I hate, like, I despise absolute long range. I will always stay in between mid and short. Like, I'll never go above 35 blocks. 30 is mid range, I'd say. Like 20 to 15 is short, and then 10 to 0 is just ultra short, and then 50 plus is like long, and then I'll try and stay around that 25 um block range. Won't go further. It takes too long, you know? I'm not here
Yeah.
to play a 2-minute game.
Yeah,
I'm
you
here
want
to get
wins.
the win. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Another reason I could quickly say why long range is also just straight up bad for grinding. If you're gonna have a 2-minute fight with your opponent, just for your opponent to lose, that opponent will not re-queue. If I can beat them in 12 seconds, they'll be like, you know what, I can beat this guy. So they'll re-queue and re-queue. And that's also, I could quickly say this. People think I boost. There's this one stupid guy in Duels Archives that has quote unquote proof of me, or like evidence of me being a booster because he has, what's it called? He has screenshots of the same accounts that were in queue 7 days ago, right when I got my high weekly, So he speculates that those are just my alts when I was boosting for high wins on the week. But I have a very simple explanation. People have queued me a whole week and are just burned out and don't want to play anymore. So yeah, no shit that they've logged out for like a week after that week of me just fully beating them because yeah, Bo is a very small community and it's not like there's so many different people to queue the whole time. So, well, yes, I've actually had screenshots of me having a, at the end of the game, you can see your win streak against a certain person.
Hmm.
I've had that at 100 plus, meaning I've beaten that same guy 100 fucking times in a row.
Wow.
And yeah, then he will obviously log off for a week. So that's just quickly something I wanted to say. I don't fucking boost. I don't dodging I did do for about 1,000 wins until I realized it's really taking up a bunch of my. You know how Lilith was always lagging people's fucking computers.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I stopped using it. So I didn't even gain anything. I literally lost win loss when I used Lilith. It was funny, but yeah, I don't boost. I'm legit. I've been playing all these games
Of course.
myself, and I'm mentally fine.
Chill is just a single guy. It's not like you're being cancelled by all the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
normies.
no, it's just one guy. Plus
Exactly.
ice cream because ice cream obviously doesn't like me. Considering I was calling him a pred all the time, he obviously had to call me something, so he just called me a booster because he didn't really have anything else to say. But
And
yeah,
then when you said you wouldn't mention names, then you fucking diss like 7 people. Great times. Uh,
it's just
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. Um. So yeah, that's really it, kind of. Um, dude, I kind of lost track. Where were we? Uh.
Oh no, you just finished playstyle,
Oh yeah.
and then you said
Yeah.
so, and I cut you off. Okay,
Oh
let's
yeah.
talk about full versus medium charge shots. Which one do you prefer? And is there any big difference?
Um. I prefer like medium charged shots because you can just put up way more pressure. But I do have to just, from like an objective point, full charge shots will always be better, especially because you have more control over the shot. You don't have to like rapidly shoot. You can just chill and like really kind of aim. You have like a couple seconds to aim because you have to charge it up anyways, and you will most of the time hit it if you're not too far away. And it does a lot of damage. Like the damage difference is what really puts full charged on top. Unless you're at very short range, you kind of want to be doing mediums, but never do like those 0.2 second church shots. They don't do anything. All they do is, when they do it, like when you dodge, you can double. Do you know what double strafe is? So when you jump, you can jump again. So I can dodge an arrow, but I can just jump again to throw them off again, like to throw
Yeah,
them
yeah.
off even more. And in between that, I can have just enough time to like charge a shot of like 0.2 seconds that does no damage, but it can hit them and it can distract them. So that's what I do. Um, That's kind of what the thing I was doing when I get the nons in the corner, you know, I just jump around and do those shots.
Yeah.
So it takes like 20 seconds to kill them because the shots don't do any damage. So that type of shot I'm talking about. So those don't do anything, never do that. Try and go for full charged, try and go for medium, or try and go for like in between those, but never go below medium. But yeah, if I have to pick, I'll still pick medium, but full charged is better most of the time. It's still preference. You're
How
good
big
at
is
like
the damage difference?
on high pixel, I think with you can kill someone with 4 full charge shots. So that's 2.5 hearts of damage actually on high pixel.
And
Once
medium?
even with medium, it's probably gonna take you 5 to 6 shots, maybe even
It's not too
7
bad.
actually, maybe even 7. Yeah, it's weird. Like I already I mean, I can mention this now. Hypixel has a weird way of like determining damage because I think the armor that you wear, it doesn't all have projectile protection on it. I think it's some of it actually has normal protection, meaning depending where you shoot or how you shoot, I don't know, it can deal more damage regardless of how um how much you charge it. So it's weird. But yeah,
Why is
me
that even a
personally,
thing?
I
What?
don't know. Hypixel is just weird. There's a lot of things that shouldn't be a thing on Hypixel.
That sounds really
Like on it,
retarded on an
it
outside
really is.
perspective.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty stupid. But yeah, personally, I like medium. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice for like new people starting Minecraft PvP?
Before you I don't know, before you do anything, figure out what you like. Figure out if you're up to play the long game and play long range. Because obviously, if you're gonna play long range, you're obviously gonna have to start using those fully charged shots if you want to really be doing anything. If you don't like long range like me, you're gonna want to learn how to like flick your bow fast just to do those couple of very fast shots. But even with medium shots, you have to learn how to flick fast. So that's what I talked about earlier. I have that movement completely locked in. Like I don't forget how to do it. But you really want to log that in.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I can say for new people. But yeah, trust me, if you really are new into bow, fighting nons will not make you better. You want to fight decent people. I'll just like fight bow diamonds or something. Fight those people that know how to play. Learn from them first, and then you really just want to get to the good people. Like I don't know. I'm not a teacher, right? I don't know how to teach people really like stuff to do, but it's not that hard to really like teach someone how to play bow, right? Like considering I know how to do it. I've
Yeah.
tried to teach some people. There's this guy, do you know Woozy? Like the
Yeah.
idol guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He once asked me to help him with bow, and even like without even looking at his screen or him looking at my screen, I was just able to give him brief tips on how to play, and it kind of helped him, I guess, in a tournament because I don't know, he had to learn bow for a tournament or something. But yeah, in conclusion, you really just want to figure out what you like. What do you want to do, right? Like in Rod, you have the same thing. Like in Rod PvP, if you want to be aggressive and just literally hold W the whole time, then you have to learn that. If you want to just S hold like some of the Rod members do all the time, then you just do that. You know, figure it out. That's all I can say.
What about predicting where the arrow goes?
Oh yeah, that's just a feeling you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of a gamble, but even if your opponent shoots right and you jump right, it kind of depends how wide you're gonna jump, right? I jump in very how do I say it, like slow, like I don't jump 2 blocks to the right, right? I just jump like I don't know, 75% of a block, you know, 75 centimeters. I'll put it in like Minecraft measurements. That's how much I jump to dodge an arrow. But I don't do those wide jumps. But those could be, I don't know, those could be pretty practical in the game, I think. But eh, I don't know. You really have to just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's uh it's a feeling thing. Like in raw PvP,
Yeah.
you can learn by watching. You can learn what other people do with their love. In Bow, you can't really learn that much because it's really just a feeling. It ping dependent, internet dependent, reaction time dependent, you know? There's so much stuff that happens within the game itself that you can't really just learn it by watching other people play.
Yeah. It's just actual experience in using
But
bows.
yeah, but at one point the experience stops and it's obviously learning skill. Like I feel like I didn't get that much better after Godlike. The only reason I got better is from obviously playing the guy that taught me a bit more and some other airplanes members that are just good at the game or just ranked bow, you know. But grinding won't improve your skill. But I think that's for most games, for sumo as well. I don't think you're gonna get that much better in sumo if you're just gonna play 10,000 games a day. I
Hmm.
don't think Oris is getting better. I don't think you got much better from grinding.
To be fair, there's Hypixel.
Yeah, it's still Hypix, but even let's say you play 10,000 games on MMC, do you think you're really gonna get better that much?
Yeah, I mean, sumo in itself is just very limited.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. You can I guess you could perfect hit selecting, just like in bow. You could perfect your flicks or anything, but after
Yeah,
that it's reaction. It's pure
yeah,
reaction.
exactly.
But yeah, nothing more to say on that.
What about like the actual arrow, like long range? You're trying to like shoot someone long range.
Oh, yeah, long
I
range. That's
know,
like the main. Hmm?
I know, like a
Yeah,
lot of new people like have no idea where to like aim when the target is like long range. Do you have like any
it's
advice for that?
yeah. You're always going to be shooting at an angle that's above obviously just straight up looking forward because an arrow obviously goes down. It's not a bullet, but there is not really much to say about how you have to shoot. It's really also a feeling. But when you're very far and you're full charging, you might still not even reach your opponent if you only slightly go up. You really want to go up pretty high once you shoot. And but yeah, once again, it's mostly feeling. It's just pretty hard to explain. Like raw PvP is something you can explain so easily, but for bow,
Yeah,
it's damn near impossible.
it's
But
just a
it's
common
a
thing I
feeling.
see for both
It's a feeling.
fucking new people.
Yeah, it's funny when you see him shoot and the arrow doesn't even reach me, like doesn't
Yeah,
even touch my
exactly.
feet. But I
It's like
wish I
they have
could
no
give
idea.
more tips.
Yeah, it's like they have
Yeah,
no idea how far up they have to aim.
yeah. You kind of have to also understand. First of all, I mean, you just need to shoot a bow. Like you just need to know how far an arrow goes in the first place at the full charge, and then it's pretty easy to figure it out. But let's say someone who's I don't know a fucking Call of Duty player who plays Minecraft for the first time, I give him a bow. He'll have no clue how much he has to charge it. Obviously, that's because he's new.
Yeah, he'll just look straight and shoot it.
Yeah, he thinks it's a fucking gun.
Yeah, it's like a sniper.
But yeah, generally you want to aim up, and if you have the opportunity, try and charge your bow less and go up a bit more. It's easier to throw people off when you're shooting a little slower arrow that's coming from high up the sky. It's a bit harder to dodge for them. So yeah, I actually
Yeah,
had a very issue with doing that. I just couldn't do it shooting those higher arrows and like slower charged. But now I can, and I can really tell why people do it. You always want to kind of want the arrow. Don't go for their feet. Don't do that. Try and go for their head. That's what you want to do. It's not like it does more damage, but it's easier to aim like that. Trust me, I can speak from experience. It's way easier now that I know how to do it.
of course. Let's move on to common mistakes that you see new and even experienced people do.
Yeah, there's a lot, and one comes from so they learn how to dodge, they learn how to flick, they learn how to jump, but then they'll be way too predictable for me. They'll jump left, right, occasionally right, left, right, left. They'll try and switch it
Yep.
up. That's too easy for us. That's too easy for any Bow Grandmaster and the buff to just shoot you and you'll die. You want to be as random as you can while not obviously spinning like those classic goons we talked about earlier, but you want to be random. Like you want to be walking sometimes. Sometimes you want to jump. Sometimes you even want to stand still. Literally standing still and just charging once. People won't expect it because you've been moving the whole game. So putting that somewhere in your strafe is something you should do. But yeah, that's a main mistake. Especially like even like legends still do it. They jump left, right, left, right, left, right. And then it takes them 17 games to beat me once because they finally figured out how I strafe. Because even if you're being random, you're always gonna have a pattern somehow. There's always gonna be something that you do every single game. And for me, I don't know. You can kind of compare it to like a step back in the NBA. How they move forward, step back, and shoot the tree. It's kind of
Yep.
what I do with the bow. I'll go left and jump right, and then I'll shoot you. So that's something that people have now figured out that I do, and it's just hard to get away from it. I guess I could step right and jump left, but I mean, come on, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, try and be random. Like it's the biggest advice I can give to new people. And when it comes to shooting, when people shoot, they seem to forget that they have to dodge too. So they'll just start shooting at me, but just stand still. and that's a big mistake, of course, if you're trying to get better. So, like those are just the main two mistakes. It's
Do you think it's
funny.
like do you think it's like muscle memory? Or they're just completely clueless to jump left and right? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's but they always like they jump in the same way. Like you know how I said earlier, I try and not jump too wide. They'll jump
Mm-hmm.
in the same manner the whole time, no matter if it's left or right. I know where my arrow needs to go. It's just a gamble. It's 50-50. So either way, I'll kill you in I don't know, 10 arrows, even though it only needs 5. You know, I'll kill you fast enough. That's what you want to avoid. And if you're long ranging, there's no need to be pre dodging. Even I, with my stupid reaction, can somewhat reaction dodge on Hypixel, and then on the other servers, way easier. But it's a big mistake. Please do not just. Please don't go left, right, left, right. I've seen so many bow legends still doing it. I don't know. There's a guy called Bridge Hacks. He sometimes do it. Gilliok or something. I'm just naming some random bow legends that somehow still make the mistake of going left, right, left, right. And then
Do you
for
think it's
me, it's
muscle
obviously
memory?
yeah, I think it's muscle memory because they're still trying to dodge. Of course, it's still in their head. Oh yeah, fuck! I need to move so his arrow doesn't hit mine. But they don't realize. In my head, I'm already thinking, oh yeah, wait, he's gonna go left or right. I'm gonna just shoot left because he went right the last time. So it's more of a chance for him to go. It's more probable for him to go left this time. Then I can just easily predict where you go, and you're dead. Like there's nothing you can do because my dodging is just more advanced. But dodging is still one of my weak parts, surprisingly. But yeah,
Yeah.
left and right is the main mistake the Nons will make every time. You will see it all the time.
So move and be unpredictable with your movement.
Yeah, don't stand still and don't be predictable.
Okay.
And
So
oh
I
yeah, another thing that helps when you're trying to get better is talking or saying what you're doing in real time when you're playing. Obviously, if you're not in a room, if you're alone in your room, you can obviously do that. If you're somewhere public and you're playing bow and you're gonna start randomly saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go left now," it's gonna be a bit weird, but it really helps. At the start, I was doing that too, but like more in my head or whispering to myself what I have to do. Like you're gonna look at the game, you're gonna see where my opponent is at, how far he is, and you're gonna try and like talk to yourself, telling yourself what to do, and also telling yourself what your opponent is doing. A lot of people do that on YouTube. You can see it sometimes, but on YouTube it's a bit more normal because they're obviously talking to a camera or well a mic. But trust me, it really helps. That's what helped me. But yeah, don't do that left to right stuff. It's stupid.
mm-hmm. So I know you got nerfed, quote unquote nerfed, in your childhood with raw PvP, but are you actually decent at melee PvP?
Um, I would call myself above the average like PvPer, but it's really barely above because I mean I don't think I can beat anyone on the. I mean it's hard to say, but like I don't know. Do you know any like decent raw PvPers I could compare myself to possibly? Because it's pretty hard to like I need to get someone to compare myself to. Like if you're gonna say yo compare
Mm-hmm.
yourself to you know GG Gaho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy's obviously going to destroy me because he's just on another level. But just like he destroyed, like I just like he destroys me in Rod, I destroyed him in Bow. We did some Bow duels, and then we did some UHC, and you can obviously speculate what the outcome was.
Of course.
But yeah, Rod is just not my main thing. I am decent at it. I do play sometimes ranked final UHC on like what's it called, PvP Gym or MMC, or even just on Hypixel. I have played Classic. I used to be a Classic main before I mained Bow. I used to also main a bit of UHC, but that was very bad at that. But yeah, it's not my specialty, but I'd say I'm decent at melee. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
probably better at Rod than just natural PvP. You know, natural PvP just being boxing and sumo. But I'm
Yeah.
better at the Rod. I kind of need something to give myself momentum to combo. You know.
Yeah, makes sense. Do you
But
still
yeah.
play anything PvP based on Hypixel? With swords, I mean.
Um, Currently OP because I'm trying to get the color. Other than that, not really.
Do you
It's
think
just
you'll
bow.
just stick to bow forever in terms of PvP?
I've been thinking about what comes after Divine because I don't know if you know, but right if I hit 50K, leaderboard is only 3K away. So it would be kind of a shame to not go for it considering I've already done 50K, but I've been thinking about not ruining my clean 50K number and just keeping it at that.
That's
But I
funny.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I've asked some people. Shark Boy suggested me to quit so I don't get addicted like him. That's what he said. His words, not mine. But yeah,
Still though,
it's I
you're
don't know.
top 10 on the planet for bow wins.
Yeah, but
It's a
you
nice
can how you
milestone.
can but you know how you can see the amount of players that have ever played Bow Duels. You can see that,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
think for sumo, it's like how much is it for sumo? 7 million. But for bow,
Seven.
it's not even a million. It's not
Wow.
even a million. Yeah, it's 900 something thousand. So I mean, not even that impressive to really reach number 10. The impressiveness comes from the fact it's like so dead, you know,
Hmm.
like grinding all the way from zero to I don't know, top 10 in a game mode like that is I personally more impressive than sumo, even if it would take less time. That's just
Of
me though.
course.
Yeah, and the titles just look better. I don't know. That's maybe it's just me, but shorter titles look better. So like TNT, Bow, and what's the other one? I don't know. There was another short title, you know, the
TNT?
like the 3 letter. Yeah. So no, I said TNT Bow, and I'm
Oh,
missing one. There was another short one. I don't know, but those just
UHC.
look. Oh yes, UHC. Like the short ones, like the short celestial titles and divines just look clean. And yeah, one thing I could possibly do is get leaderboard, and that this was my OG plan because I was supposed to get a divine already end of summer, but then my Wi-Fi kind of went out and we moved to a different house. You know, I didn't have time, but my goal was to quit at 59,999. So I don't have Bow Divine 2 because you know Bow Divine 2 would look kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Just looks weird. So that was my plan. I was gonna be number 7 then, and then just quit, and I don't know, in a year or two, probably get knocked off by the few people that might then get on leaderboard. But now I'm thinking about just quitting at 50K, and then possibly move on and get classic godlike because I'm close to like godlike. I'm like only 1 point something K away from that, and then just get some colors, cosmetics, and then just quit. Straight up, just leave my account rot. I don't know. That's what I've been thinking, but
What
not
would you do
certain.
when you quit Minecraft?
Um, but when I say quit, I kind of mean not play duels anymore. I would still hop on to just lobby sit because I mean, what else is there to do with your title then, right?
Exactly.
But I think I wouldn't really play in other games. I kind of want to focus on IRL stuff then, not only just school. I used to play football as a kid. Well, no, I should say soccer actually. Wait, no, yeah,
Football.
just yeah, football is what I wanted to play. But well, I had played it for 3 years, but I just wasn't that good, and then I just stopped because I don't know. I also did you know, judo, right?
Yeah.
The sport. I also did that for a year. That I did kind of find fun, but I think I want to get into boxing actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've always liked the fact that you could just learn a sport like a martial arts, or not even just a martial art, just learn how to somewhat defend yourself. I don't want to become like a guy that's just gonna pick fights with everyone you know, but let's say you do have a fight. Let's say you get into a fight. The fuck are you gonna do if you're gonna fight against someone that knows how to fight? Like, what am I supposed to do? Grab him and throw him to the ground and just I don't know, start stomping on him with my feet. You know, you can't really do
Hmm.
that. I feel like you should learn something, whether it's karate or I don't know. I think I might want to get into boxing. I also have like the posture for boxing. You know, if you kind
Yeah.
of know what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
I'm not amazingly tall, and I'm not like anorexic. You know, I'm not like thin.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have wide shoulders. You know,
Hmm.
and decently long arms, which I guess is good for boxing.
It just depends on your environment, I guess. You said
Yeah,
the
that's
whole 1v1 thing, IRL. I mean, what if you. I feel like the average person you would pick a fight with would just be the average person. So I think muscle mass is pretty much essential there, even if you don't
yeah,
know how to fight. Like one punch
yeah,
would actually do it, like knock him out fully.
yeah. It would be more technical than physical. But the problem is where I live. Well, not really where I live. Where I go to school, a big problem is there's just a bunch of, and it's gonna sound very bold, but there's just a bunch of immigrants in my school, really. So, no, but the thing is with the immigrants in my school, especially the ones 14 to 17, you know how they dress. They all just
Yeah,
kind of dress like, it's gonna sound stupid, but they all dress like fucking King Von, and they think they're in some type of gang or something, and they'll
Yeah,
just pick fights on you for no reason. And if it's not fists they use, they'll use a fucking knife. I've seen
exactly.
motherfuckers use their knives. Like, it's funny because they don't even really know how to stab properly, but you know what I'm saying. People will just pick fights. People are aggressive, and I feel like if you know
Yeah,
how to box, you can kind of go against it.
yeah. Those types of people are just always cocky. They think they're
Yeah,
like hot shit.
yeah, listening to fucking Central C all the time. I don't know. They're so weird people.
I don't know if
I don't really
boxing's
want.
gonna help you with that. I think you need
Not
more
really.
like
Yeah,
something technical. We can disarm someone holding a weapon.
yeah, but I think if you can give a sign of, "Hey, mate, I know how to fight," I think you have something going for you, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's like an
the
intimidation
yeah,
act.
yeah, I think the knife thing is gonna be pretty improbable to happen like on school ground. But if you get on a fight on a school ground, you're just kind of if you can't fight, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get fucking humiliated in front
Oh
of a
yeah,
whole group of
exactly.
people. And you already know everybody's filming it, so come on, try and like fight back at least. If you can show that you at least know how to throw a punch, that's something. And he might
Mm.
not mess with you in the future. I don't have like I don't get bullied or anything. I don't have a problem with that at all. Like I
You just
said,
want to
I have
be
like
ready. You just want to be ready.
yeah, because I already have somewhat of an intimidating posture just because I'm big and strong. But like that doesn't mean I know how to fight, right? It's not because I
Of
have
course.
muscle that I don't know how to fight. So yeah, that's the main thing I want to do after I get bow divine,
Just got
probably.
genetics, pretty much.
Yeah, I have pretty good genetics actually. I just don't use
Uh,
it right now.
yeah. Just focus on diet. You do like decide to like start working out properly.
Yeah, I've heard it a lot. I think like a lot of it is diet, right? Because you can
Mostly.
eat as much as you want, and if you're just gonna start exercising, you're not gonna lose fat. You're just gonna maintain the fat, right? You kind of
Hmm.
wanna,
You
yeah,
also need
calorie.
nutrients to repair muscles.
Yeah, the main thing for like weight loss is probably a calorie deficit, right?
Only if you're already obese. You personally
But
don't
yeah,
need to do it.
no, I'm not. I'm just slightly overweight. That's all. Like in terms of my age and my height. I mean, based on that, I think I don't know. I think it was 6 kilograms overweight. So that's not too bad, I guess.
Uh, yeah, that doesn't mean much. Just work out. You can turn it into muscle. You already have an advantage since you bulked, technically.
Yeah, like just over the years.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just
that's
start
really what I
slow.
want.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that's kind of what I want to do after a Bow Divine. I don't know. And like, what's the point? Sure, I could go for Ascended, but what then? Like, what's the point? I feel like at a
It's just,
certain point, you're just playing to play because you don't know what else to do.
yeah, I mean, the goals will never end. First is
Yeah,
Ascended, then I want to get top three, then number two, number one win streak.
yeah,
Oh, now I
and
want to get Ascended in this mode, which never ends.
yeah, and then when you get Ascended, you kind of because what's the point of me passing the number one with one win? You want to create a gap as well that they won't reach, so you'll stay number one on
Exactly.
that leaderboard forever. Which we both know, nobody's gonna stay number one on the leaderboard forever,
Yep.
anyways.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure every number one who was number one at one point already has been passed, right? Nobody thought Road Tide would get passed. Nobody thought Guy Steve would get passed. They all got passed anyways, so
Exactly.
there's no point. That's kind of when I just there's no like don't throw your life away grinding. Like the thing is, people are gonna see Orez's 10K weeklies and they want to replicate that, but they don't realize that's a grown man that has all the time in the world, technically, you know?
Mm.
And people are going to start skipping school just like Yufko did, and that's when it gets serious because you're going to get in trouble just IRL basically throwing away potential grades, just for a
Yeah, of
title in the
course.
block game. That's when you know you're getting too far.
And more specifically, it's fucking Hypixel Jewels. Like, you're not going to become famous from this com
Yeah,
or mode. This isn't like the number one esport on the planet. We can actually like make a living. If you get number
it's
one, you'll just be poor. Nothing will change.
exactly. I can actually show you something. I just feel like I should show this. But this is what I want people. This is what I want to prevent, really. Like whenever I do have friends that start
Yeah,
grinding a game, this is what I really want to prevent. Just look at this.
I'll save this and put it on the podcast
Yeah.
for the
This-
audio listeners. It's someone's 2024, like the fucking replay review thing. and he has 4.6k hours in 2024, and he mostly played Skyblock.
Yeah, that just shows how addicting that game is, and not even just that game, any game. It's just way too addicting for people. Like that's 100. That's almost 200 days of his year he was playing. Okay, we can maybe assume that some of it was AFK, but considering it's Skyblock, like what is there to AFK? All the AFK stuff in Skyblock is already gone anyways. So I really think that guy has just somewhat of a problem. But what can I do? I can go ahead and tell him, the guy, yo, you're playing too much. But I mean, he's not gonna listen to me, right?
Unless you know my rel, you can't do shit.
Yeah, but he's going to experience the problems. Trust me.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already.
Oh, he definitely has.
Yeah. I think insomnia is gonna actually happen to him too if he keeps playing like that. Because I'm guessing he's putting in, considering it's a teen, I'm guessing he still goes to school and isn't skipping school every single day to play the game. So he definitely is playing at night and losing out on sleep, which pretty sure that goes against your growth, right?
Yes, it does.
As well.
It can damage your height.
Yeah. So that's a big issue. So yeah, that's something I don't want to create for myself. I don't want to become addicted. It's not like I get addicted to stuff fast. Like it's not like I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna smoke one cigarette, and get fucking addicted to
Yeah,
become
of
a
course.
smoker the rest of my life. But
You just
yeah,
want to constantly be healthy. That's your point.
yeah, definitely try and maintain health. Even if it's not health, you try to maintain. At least try and focus on your school, right? Try and get a
Mhm.
degree or something. But yeah, that's really it. I'm kind of going a bit off topic, but yeah,
Oh,
after
that's
both
fine.
divine, yeah, it's fine. But after both divine, there's not really much for me to do in duels for sure.
I mean, you can start the fitness stuff like right now. It doesn't have to be anything big. Just like 20 push-ups a day. Then you can do 30, 40, 50.
Yeah, exactly. I have a friend of mine who's like very into bodybuilding. Well, not even bodybuilding, just he's trying to gain a lot of muscle. He lost a
Mm-hmm.
lot of weight, then he regained like 10 pounds, obviously on purpose, trying to, and now he's cutting again, and he's hoping to maintain a lot of that in muscle because he ate a lot of protein. That guy was eating 10 eggs a day, by the way. I don't know if
Mm.
that's healthy, but that's literally what he was doing. It's crazy. I don't know how, but yeah,
Yeah.
trust. IRL is more important than online life,
Oh,
anyways.
of
I'm
course.
pretty sure that's a known thing. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a bold thing. Let's say you're getting bullied online, right?
Yeah,
Or you're in a community where everyone calls you a fucking retard all the time. All it takes is you to just uninstall the game, uninstall Discord, and you're good. You'll never have to talk
exactly.
to them again. But if you're online and if you're IRL, you're like 6 foot. No. If you're like 5'6", 300 pounds, that's something you can like actually do something about. I guess not your height, but I mean your weight, of course.
Yeah.
Try and work on it. Try and stay somewhat fit, or try and look fit. You don't even have to be fit, I guess, but try and look healthy.
Yeah, you can be a
Try and
little fat and still be looking like average.
yeah, exactly. Even if you're slightly obese, sure. The thing is, obesity, I think, is a problem once you're at the risk of literally getting a heart attack.
Yeah,
Once you're like diabetic, not even obese, just diabetic. You know,
yeah.
then it's just really a problem. But yeah, after Bow Divine, nothing from me really. In Minecraft, at least, I don't think there's no point. Maybe just lobby sitting, obviously trying to show off the title I just got.
Yeah, I
That
mean, you
took
do
me like
make a good point. And as I said before, this is Hypixel Duels. This is not like CSGO. If you become number one, you're not going to get like $1 million contract. You're just going to stay just as you.
that's the thing. There's it's not even ranked, right? This is purely
Yeah,
wins that we're grinding.
there's no
Because I don't know if
reward.
yeah, because in ranked Minecraft there is actually somewhat of a system that actually pays you, which is crazy. But that's the thing. But for this, no, nobody's gonna fucking reward you. You know what you can do? Once you reach number one overall duels wins, you know what you can do? I guess so you could sell your account for $500. That's what you made in 3 years of grinding. Is it really worth it? Not really.
I've
It's
always
really fun.
fucking joked about with those offers.
What do you mean?
Like people would say, "Oh, I'll give you 1K for the account," and I'm like, 1 million minimum. and they just start like hyping it up. It's just insane to me, like how little it's valued. $300 for 500 hours. Like you could grind a minimum wage job and get more money. It's just depressing to think about.
Well, you got offered how much?
1K.
300? Oh, 1K.
It's just a general
Yeah.
statement.
You know how much they offered for my account?
Go ahead.
$80. I
That's
mean,
literally
yeah,
like a day's work.
I'm not number one. I know, but come on, $80. I think it's the Hypixel level that really matters. You're Dark Plus, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I obviously don't have that. I'm only like level 150. I think that's something because that's one of the main things that you can't completely like. You can boost wins, but boosting levels, I mean, you still can, but the player base is so low. I'm pretty sure boosting was at its peak during COVID, right? There's
Yeah,
like
it was.
200,000 people online.
Okay, let's all chill.
Yeah.
I'll have to label this chapter like fucking boxing and life. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's talk about two more topics and then we're done. Also, 2 hours and 4 minutes so far.
Oh shit, damn.
So, what's your best win streak in Bow?
Um, my best win streak is 369 undodged.
Did you ever get like 300 plus again?
Um, you know what? I can. I think I have. I hit 250, and that's it. I don't think I
Wow.
ever went above that.
How
Yeah,
did
and
you
that was
lose the how did you lose the best win streak?
disconnect. That was very unfortunate. I was in a VC with an old friend called No Lifing. I don't know if you know, but he was in VC when it happened. And you know what the funny thing is? My Discord or anything didn't crash. My Wi-Fi didn't. It was straight up Hypixel that disconnected me mid game.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah, but like I froze. You know what happens when you freeze, right? There's fucking nothing
Yeah,
you can do. But you
you
know how the
literally just
audio, yeah, but the
yeah.
audio still plays. You know how that works, right? So like you
Yes,
can hear
yes,
yourself
yes.
getting shot at. That was painful for me, dude, because I was trying to get to
Uh,
500. But
yeah.
yeah, I never bothered trying to get it back, even with Lilith. I guess I could have gotten a 1K win streak, but
You don't care about win streaks, right?
nope. I do actually care about my win loss a bit. You see, I feel like if you're maining a mode for that long, you should be able to average, except in maybe modes like classic and sumo. Actually, classic, now you should be able to easily do it, but sumo, it's gonna be a bit harder to maintain a double-digit win loss. But yeah, that was definitely something I worked towards. Was getting that double-digit win loss locked in. Now I'm pretty much, I'll never lose it, no matter how bad I get. I'll never be able to like go under the double digit. I'm at like 13 point something right now, but that is actually something I did care about was my win loss. But yeah, win streak, no, not really. Not in the
Okay.
slightest.
What's like your average win streak per session, or even in general in
Um,
Bow?
Probably around these days right now, probably like 25.
Okay. How do you lose?
Wait, do you mean like average highest win streak or what?
No, just average daily win streak. How much do you get
No.
per day and then lose? And it's
Oh,
consistent.
I think if I do like a 100 win session, I'll probably lose about 4 times. Yeah, 3 to 4 times. I've had days where I haven't lost at once, but that was obviously the day I got like 250 win streak.
Okay.
Um, if you want, you can. I have a screenshot right here. If you want to put it in, you can. Here it is, 253.
Sure.
I was still in class, but yeah,
Okay.
that
How do you
was really
lose?
it. That was the
How do you lose daily?
How do you mean this one that I just showed you, or
No, no, just in general. Like, how do you
oh, I'll
always
just
lose every day?
I lose to nons more than I lose to the good people. It's funny. I just throw the game. I'm not paying attention. I
No,
lost
so just shoot trolling.
yeah. The win streak I just showed you, I lost that because I forgot I was on a win streak. So I was in a VC with people and they were suggesting, hey, let's go play Bed Wars. I'm like, yeah, sure. I do /L mid game. I lose my 250 win streak.
Wow. So casual.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as I'm not anywhere, like if I'm above 200, oh, I'm going to start sweating. I'm going to start dodging too, even without Lilith. I'm going to start like keeping track of weekly. checking who's going up, who's going down, if the good players are going up. Like, because I really do want to reach 500 one day, maybe even 1,000. But I don't think that's very unprobable to happen for me. But
Hmm.
500 should be doable. So other people have done it without dodging. So I mean, why can't I? You know.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's still in the goal. But yeah, for now the best is 369
Hmm.
undodged.
So you always just get 25 average, and then you just don't care. So you lose to nons.
Yeah, but I never really care. But the thing is, it will be too late for me to realize. Um, like, oh shit, I'm actually losing this game. I'll start trying. I'll start dodging hard, but eventually I'll start dodging so hard that I accidentally just jump into the era. You know, because it's a noob.
Yeah, yeah.
Even I'm used to playing decent people now. Obviously, that I play more ranked and stuff. But yeah, when it's a non, you never know what the non is gonna do. They could just straight up shoot an arrow right where you're dodging for no reason, even when it's not on purpose. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like that in
I
every
just
game. The new people are very unpredictable.
yeah, you can't really know what they're shooting because a normal person shoots near you. If I just randomly run 10 blocks that way and he's for some reason shoots there, that's just weird. But yeah.
Hmm. Well, let's end off the podcast with a generic question. What would you want in a Bojul's update?
Oh, good question. Just like two main things I want to see in Duels. One thing is really something I feel like only I want, and that's Duels doubles. Because I know it won't be played, but I know you could get insane win streaks if it did queue, like, I don't know, 50 games a day. You could just get infinite streaks because you could just put the two best players on a team, right? And who the hell are they gonna lose to other than their own Wi-Fi? So that
Yeah,
would be
actual
something I would,
takeover.
yeah, I would wish I could see that because even I could get carried to a 500 win streak. I could play with Ender Brian or something on him on his alt and be on my main, and we could get a crazy win streak because I'm obviously not that bad, but if we do somehow queue like good players, he could, kind of carry in that sense. So yeah, that's really what I want. And another thing I really want is a bow color. You know how every mode almost has a color besides is it really only besides bow? Is it the only mode? Oh wait, no, UHC. Wait, no, UHC does have one. Wait, there was one game. Oh wait, sumo.
Sumo,
Sumo has
yeah.
no. Yeah, so yeah, bow and sumo have no color. Obviously, I don't really care about sumo. I hate sumo because I have 5 fucking thousand losses in it. It ruined
Hmm.
my win loss overall. But yeah, I really want a bow color, and if I could choose which one, I would choose dark green. But the thing is, there's not really many left, right? You can have
Yeah.
I mean, dark aqua, I guess, or something. But yeah, no, I feel like
Why
dark
dark
green really,
green? Why dark green?
the green arrow, it just fits.
Hmm.
And not only that, you know how all the plus colors have like a matching duels colors. Like if you have dark blue plus, you have the combo color that you can
Yep.
match it. Bow doesn't have that. Neither does the dark green plus color, which honestly doesn't look too bad if you could like match it with a something in duels, which unfortunately right now you can't.
Hmm.
Only with a
Makes sense.
master title. You know what I'm talking about, which dark green,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like the color from like the master title, that type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
green.
It's like
Yeah,
cactus. Not the bright
yeah,
green.
yeah. That's really what I hope they add one day.
Anything gameplay wise?
Gameplay wise, no, it's good now. They really shouldn't add pillars. They added pillars I don't know, a while ago and then removed it right before I started playing, but that's something they should not do at all.
So, gameplay wise, only 2v2. That's what you really
Yeah,
want?
that's what I personally want, but I know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. Maybe in like 9 years, we'll see that.
Maybe in 9 years, yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? I kind of want to just say this one more time. What do you think? I have like a question for you. What do you think Duels is gonna be at in like 10 years, like 2035? Do you think
In 10
anyone will
years,
still play?
I think I'll be insanely dead. I think Jules will be like how Vamp Z is, aka like 0 to 5 people. I don't think it's going to be like 0 to 5 exactly, but it's going
I
to be
get
like
what.
1v1s only with friends.
Yeah, because it's hard to imagine Duels being at zero players, right?
Yeah, it's just too
Even though
popular. It's like Bed Wars or Sky Wars. Yeah.
that's really what I hope. I really just hope they add something to Bow Duels, even if it's just a color, something small to make the game more relevant, because a color could potentially get more players into the queue, right?
Oh, it will. There's an actual incentive to play the game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really what I hope to add. Nothing really else. Oh yeah, 2v2, I guess. But I just know that's not gonna happen, so I don't have hopes for that.
It's okay. In like 9 years, an admin's gonna watch this and be like, hey, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's it. Do you want to
Yeah.
say anything else? Off topic, maybe? Or anything?
Nah. All I can say is I don't know, I love Chief Keef, and even though I already said
Oh, God.
I
If
will
I ever do a
definitely be
general
listening.
podcast, I'll get you in.
Yes. We will
We
just
still
yap
have to
about
do that.
Chief Keef for 3 hours.
Yeah. It's the beauty of general podcasts. You can just do anything.
Sounds good.
So yeah, if you're an interesting person, just add me on Discord, Plonk dot, and you'll have your own episode, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, goodbye.